Hi everyone, Stacy here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Now today let's talk about November and see what energies are coming down the pipe for each and every one of us this month. I cannot believe it's already November. So forgive me if I accidentally say October. I'm going to put that out there right now. It's just time moves so fast. October went so fast, but anyway, that's just me maybe. Anyway, before I dive into all 12 signs, I do want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for liking my content, sharing out my content, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you so much for the support. And I'm sending the love back to you tenfold, so thank you so much for that. And keep sharing your stories, you guys. You know, I might not have time to respond to each and every one of you, but you know, I definitely do try to read everyone's comments, and I know it not only helps me you know, sort of get a pulse on what's happening in the collective, but I have no doubt it helps each and every other person who's reading your stories as well. Just knowing that, you know, we're not going through this alone, which we're not. But I mean, if you do feel that way, you know, I just heard community, for example. I mean, yeah, YouTube is YouTube, but I mean, it is a community, right, of like-minded individuals. So anyway, so thank you so much for that, and keep those comments coming. Like I said, I love reading them. And also keep in mind, these are general readings. I do not have your personal birth chart in front of me, so just keep that in mind when you're listening to your respective signs. I use a whole sign house system in the majority of my videos here on YouTube, and I do use Western tropical astrology as well. So again, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I do use Placidus and I do use a whole sign house system. I do use both because I find those resonate the most with myself and my clients as well. So you can watch for your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, or any other planet placement point that you want to watch for in your birth charts to pull all this information together to give you kind of a high level holistic overview of what could be coming down the pipe for you for the month of November. And as I mentioned, if you like a personal reading, if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, I'll be sure to put the link to that in the description box below. Now I'm just going to natter off some high-level overviews, some highlights for the month ahead for November. Again, just a 5-6 minute intro here, so just bear with me. Let's see here. We're going to talk about the new and full moons this month, of course, like we do every month. So November the 1st. Right off the hop, we have a new moon in Scorpio at 9 degrees, and it is making a really nice aspect to Saturn. So we'll be talking about that for every sign. We have a full moon in Taurus at the middle of the month on the 15th, 24 degrees of Taurus. Now this is hand in hand with Uranus, so I mean, expect the unexpected at or around the middle of the month here. So we'll talk about that as well. And just a heads up, for those of you that do follow the moon cycles, we have a new moon in Sagittarius, 9 degrees. Depending on where you are on the planet, it's going to land on November the 30th or December the 1st. I will cover this off in my December horoscopes, but I just wanted to mention it now for those of you that maybe wanted to, you know, again, prepare for the lunar cycle that may or may not land for you at the end of this month, depending on where you are on the planet. I'm going to experience this on December the 1st. I'm in the Eastern time zone. So if you are, for example, on the West Coast of Canada or the US, for example, you will experience this on November the 30th. So just something I'll throw out there. Let's see here. We have Mercury moving into Sagittarius on the 2nd. We have Mars moving into Leo on the 3rd. Now, this is the bigger story here of Mars retrograde over the next 6 months or so. So Leo and Cancer, those two houses are really going to be highlighted over the next few months. So keep that in mind. I'll talk about it a little bit as well. And once I get my Mars retrograde video up and posted, I'll be sure to link it to this video. And also stay tuned for that. I'm going to be posting that shortly on YouTube. November the 11th, we have Venus moving into Capricorn, and you know, big story. I'm sure everyone is almost sick and tired of hearing this, but I'm going to say it again. Pluto finally moving into Aquarius permanently, November the 19th. So that is a big, big, big day. We've been walking between the worlds with Pluto moving back and forth, since early 2023. And this is it. So the next time Pluto goes retrograde, he will not back into Capricorn. He's going to stay in Aquarius now for the next 19 years or so. So this is, again, very big news. One of the big heavy hitters finally permanently moving into new territory. And up next is Saturn and Neptune and Uranus. But of course, I will be here to talk about it as these monumental milestones are happening in the sky. 2025, 2026 are going to be, again, just incredible years of change coming down the pipe for all of us. Now, the sun moving into Sagittarius, that starts on the 21st. And yes, Mercury is in shadow this month. Believe it or not, yes, we're coming into Mercury retrograde very soon. So November the 7th, Mercury actually goes into shadow. What does that mean? This is the place and time in the sky where Mercury is going to retrograde back to. So 6 degrees of Sagittarius is where he will come back to. Mercury doesn't station retrograde officially until the 25th of November, and this is going to be at 22 degrees of Sag. So the entire retrograde period is going to happen in Sagittarius, so I'll talk about that. And Saturn is stationing direct this month. Now that's happening on the 15th, the same day actually as that full moon in Taurus as well. This is happening 12 degrees of Pisces. So if anything that was delayed in your Piscean area of your chart, something might pick back up from June, or you might finally get some forward momentum in that area of life, which is, you know, always good news. Not that Saturn is an easy peasy planet to work with, but I mean, when he goes direct, things finally start moving a little bit more smoothly, so to speak. One thing I want to mention at the beginning of this video is this Mercury retrograde in Sag. This is coming into the holiday season, you guys. So I'm going to say it here because just in case I don't know if I'll say it for each and every video, but please double, triple check your itinerary. This is really going to throw a wrench into travel plans, especially for American Thanksgiving at the end of the month. And then we're moving into the holiday season and the hustle and the bustle and the traveling and going here and going there and things like that. So please double, triple check everything. If you are, it doesn't matter if you're going by car, rail, air, it doesn't matter. Double, triple check everything. Also, when I was preparing for these videos, they were specifically showing me one thing. For those of you that are traveling by land, or like car, I should say, vehicle, make sure you bring extra supplies like water and snacks and things like that, because it might actually take you longer to get to your destination. I'm not trying to doom and gloom it, you guys. This is just what they were showing me. Because again, there could be delays on the road. There could be accidents. There could be really drastic weather changes. We are getting into that time of the year. Well, I'm in Canada, so I mean, it's like the snow can fly any day after Halloween. That's just the way it goes where I live. So to me, this is just normal. But I think for those of you that live in the northern US, I think you know what I'm talking about. You just don't know when you're going to get, you know, the first snowfall, right? So just, you know, again, just heed those extra precautions is basically what they're saying. Make sure your vehicle's in running operation, especially if you are taking your vehicle. Make sure everything is, you know, you had your service, you make sure there's proper air in your tires, all those things. Yes, I know I probably sound like a dad, right? This is what dads do. Always remind us to make sure all the fluids are topped up. But yeah, this Mercury retrograde is going to wreak havoc on those type of things. And again, long distance travel, again, expect the unexpected, expect those delays. One thing I like about Mercury retrograde though, especially over, you know, this is going to kind of touch on Black Friday if you do Black Friday shopping. Really good deals. You know, I think we're going to find some really good deals on a lot of different things, but just make sure you hang on to that receipt. Because again, anything electronics or vehicles or anything like that that you're purchasing through Mercury retrograde, it's okay to do, but just hang on to that receipt, because you never know, you might need to return something or utilize the warranty or something along those lines. So I just wanted to kind of highlight that, because I don't think I will talk about that with each and every sign unless Sagittarius is in your one of your prominent angles of, say, 3rd house, 9th house. Then this probably will impact you a little bit more greatly, but just be prepared. But the cool thing is, I think a lot of us are going to find some really amazing deals over the holiday season here, so that's really good. Anyway, let's move into all 12 signs and get started here. Hey Aries, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to be for the month of November. Pardon me, my nose is just itchy. Okay, so the sun is lighting up your Scorpio house and your Sagittarius house. So 8th house, 9th house matters, Aries. The nice thing is, once the sun pops into Sagittarius, the energy of the sun is going to illuminate you in a very nice harmonious aspect. So anything that you're watching for right now for the sign of Aries, the sun is going to really energize you, which is, you know, lovely. You probably enjoy this time of the year when the sun moves through Sagittarius, because it infuses you with energy, or whatever it is that you're watching for right now. So 8th house, 9th house matters. So 8th house, this could be about maybe a focus on your partner's income, not so much maybe your income. Now, if you're, you know, single and on your own, you know, it could just be focusing in on taxes, debts, loans, those mundane day-to-day stuff. Where is my money going type of thing. This could also be about how you earn a living. Once the sun moves into Sagittarius, actually, for those of you that are entrepreneurs, I feel like you could get some downloads, maybe some new ideas. So be open to that starting on or around the 21st of November. Yeah, they're showing that to me, especially with the North Node still in your sign. You know, you do have this fated destined type of energy still cruising through your sign until early 2025, when the North Node will then shift into Pisces. But this could also be about property, about inheritance as well for you, and something to do with like shared assets with, again, whether you're in a relationship or not, this could be sharing of assets with like siblings or other people in your lives, not so much a partner. But I mean, if you do have a partner, whether it's in business or in love, this could be about just anything that you share with them from a financial or resource perspective as well. You might also want to maybe readjust your finances or look at your investments, 401k, RSPs, tax-free savings, anything to do with that. Or you might even want to consider putting money away for a rainy day if you haven't already done that. I mean, I can appreciate that everyone's at different ages and stages of their lives, but if you are a young individual, not a bad time to, especially with this new moon energy in that 8th house as well, not a bad time to start investing for the future, even if it's just 25 bucks, you know, like it's good to start somewhere. And I think you'd be amazed how it's going to grow is kind of what they're showing me as well. 8th house is also deep psychological matters as well, and healing on a mental, physical, or psychological level as well. And then, as I mentioned, once the sun moves into Sagittarius, I feel like it'll bring an extra bounce in your step, Aries. So 9th house is all about higher education, teaching, traveling, what lights you up. Again, downloads. This is the house of the gods after all, and Mercury being in here as well, going back and forth with the retrograde that I talked about at the beginning of the video here, my intro. So for you in particular, there, like I said, there could be a lot of energy being poured into this house. And especially the retrograde is going, man, if any of you are upgrading, sorry, I'm getting so many messages. I'm like a squirrel here. If any of you are studying something new, if you're in college, university, if you're upgrading, if you're just taking online learning, this is incredible for that because you have this extra long stay with Mercury in that 9th house at the top of your sky. So I really love this for you. Will there be frustrations along the way? Will there be hiccups with technology or whatever the case may be? Yeah, because it's Mercury retrograde. It is what it is. You know, this isn't new. We have to handle Mercury retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. So, I mean, it just is what it is, right? But this is making a harmonious aspect to you, Aries. So again, whether it's your sun, your rising, your moon, or anything else you're watching for, Mercury and the sun, between those 2 planets, will be infusing you with this incredible positive energy because fire meets fire here. Again, if you're an entrepreneur, I think you can get some really amazing ideas. Maybe even go back to something old, like pick up something old that you used to do or that you wanted to do and you just never got around to doing it. Maybe pick that back up again as well. This is also the house of publishing, any sort of legal matters or legal battles, things like that, anything to do with the courthouse or the courts, for example. This is also the house of immigration, paperwork, citizenship. So if you are, you know, planning to apply for a US visa or something like that, or another visa in another country, I'm not really sure how that works. So, but if you are doing that, try to get your application in like immediately, like very, very quickly here, because once Mercury goes into shadow, you could just be met with delays. And again, if you're traveling, Aries, at all, expect delays. Especially for you. This is hitting your 9th house of travel. This is more so long distance travel, but I mean, Mercury is the planet of the mundane day-to-day stuff too. If you're buying anything big this holiday season, big or small, hang on to those receipts because you just never know when you might have to utilize that technology. And if you are flying overseas, yeah, double, triple check everything. Get to the airport on time, or whatever the case may be. Take those extra precautions because, yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some hiccups over the holiday season, whether you're traveling for Thanksgiving or even into the holiday season in December. There could be some hiccups. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're going to find some really good deals for those of you that do want to buy for those gifts for your loved ones. Okay, so that's where I think some of the focus is going to be. Now let's talk about the new moon and full moon. So as I mentioned, you do have a really nice new moon in Scorpio right off the hop, November the 1st. Give or take a day or two depending on where you are on the planet. But what I love about this is that it's like very, very close to Halloween. So the veil is going to be extra, 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 extra thin during this time. So manifestation is going to be really high. Being in your 8th house, this is again a financial axis. That's where the full moon and new moon energy is being put for you this month. So all about finances. Anything that you want to manifest, plant those seeds of intention. This new moon is making a trine to Saturn in your hidden 12th house. So this could be about career. This could be about, for some reason, I just heard reputation or status, which makes sense because Saturn rules your 10th house. So this could be signing on the dotted line about a new career, a new business endeavor, new clients, mortgages, debts, loans, taxes, anything you're sharing with a partner as well. So maybe you're going together with a partner and buying a business, buying a restaurant, buying a new home, investing in rental properties, whatever the case may be. This is going to stand the test of time. Whatever you start fresh around this new moon should last quite a while because it's Saturn is supporting this new moon. So I love this because Saturn is like concrete. Saturn will make sure it is in writing and the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. So I do love this new moon. Let's see here. Now the full moon in Taurus, again, this is hitting your financial house as well, Aries. So this is all about, could be about new work, new beginnings from a financial perspective, whatever that means for you. Again, assets, buying, selling, real estate, vehicles, things for your home. Again, between you and a partner, whether this is in love or in business. something is definitely coming to a culmination point around the 15th. Now, this could be an ending too, and it's hand in hand with Uranus. So it's sort of like, yeah, expect the unexpected. Also, Aries, if I didn't already say this, you could go into business with a friend, like something to do with social circles or people that you hang around with, or meeting new people as well, because Saturn also rules your 11th house of friendships and long-term commitments and goals as well. So if I didn't mention that, friends could be involved here as well, or business colleagues as well. So going back to that full moon in your second house, this could be an ending with something to do with your career or work, or how you earn a living or make a living, how money comes to you. This is also shining a spotlight in your 8th house too, that we already talked about. So again, this might not be about you. This could be about your partner's income, or changes in your partner's income, whatever that means for you. Again, in business, love, or friendship, for example, if you are in business with an association, a group of people, whatever the case may be. So with Uranus, expect the unexpected. This could happen quite rapidly or drastically, or bring in some sort of excitement. I'm not saying this is going to be negative, because Uranus isn't a malefic or benefic. Uranus is a neutral planet, so it's kind of like expect the unexpected. I don't know how else to say it, but regardless, this is an ending. This is a culmination point, something to do with your second house. And this could quite simply be like selling of assets, getting rid of things that you no longer need, moving, so you can welcome in that new energy into your house as well. And it is making a opportunity aspect up to Neptune in your 12th house that's going to help you dissolve something in that second house that is no longer working, that does not fit in your life or your lifestyle anymore. So, and again, this could be finances, material possessions, something to do with your savings account or savings in general. This is also the house of your skills, your talents, your abilities as well. So maybe the apprenticeship is over, or the co-op or the placement is over, and it's time to move into something brand new and put yourself out there. Okay, we already talked about Mercury in Sag. Again, a very long transit until the new year. And Mars in Leo, this is really nice too for you, Aries. So Mars is coming up for some air. He's popping into Leo for approximately 2 months, but this is again part of a greater, longer transit. Now in your 5th house, this is amazing. This is making a trine, similar to Mercury, to your planet's placements points. So this is going to infuse you with that energy and that momentum again, because this is your ruling planet. Mars is your ruler. So wherever Mars goes, that's, you're impacted quite greatly by Mars. So again, this is incredible. You've got this big giant fire trine happening in the sky for you this month, Aries. So I think you're going to get a lot of stuff done. Plus with Saturn moving direct as well, things should start moving along and cruising along quite nicely. Venus up in your 10th house of Capricorn. This is going to be amazing as well for your career, work, you as a parent, if you are a parent, or this is really nice energy coming in. You could receive benefits from your parents if they are still with us. So mom, dad, authority figures, bosses. This could also be like bonuses. Regardless, this is money coming to you. Wherever Venus goes, she attracts, right? If you're single, looking for love, it could be full on with Mars in your 5th house of romance, dating, sex, pleasure, having a good time. It's also the house of children as well. So actually, I like this energy coming in for your kids as well. This could be very motivating, and this is also energy coming to them finding their creative streak. They're kind of showing me as well, which is really nice. But yes, with Venus up in your 10th house of status change, going from single to being in a relationship, for example, you could also maybe find love at work. So I'm just going to throw that out there for you as well if you're single. But yeah, if you're single, Aries, and you are looking for a partner, I'd say put yourself out there. Mars in the 5th house, Venus at the top of your sky. Yeah, this could definitely be love finding you, which I absolutely love. Otherwise, Aries, it's going to be a wonderful month for you. So lucky you. Like I said, take advantage of this energy. It's not going to last forever. But November, I think for you is going to be a wonderful month. So take care of yourself, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey, Taurus, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to be for the month of November. So first, let's talk about the sun. So the sun is going to continue to light up your relationship sector. So it's going to continue to be about your one-on-one relationships, how you relate to other people in your life. So this could be in love, this could be at work, this could be in business, this could be about the people that work for you if you are a business owner. This is also the marriage house, or talks of marriage or thoughts of marriage. This is also the house of making a commitment. So this could be anything from, signing on the dotted line for something big, like property, assets, loans, debts, things like that, joint resources, finances as well. Contracts, agreements, negotiations. This could be about work as well for you, Taurus. So anything to do with your one-on-one relationships will continue to be the focus. And once the sun moves into Sagittarius, the energy is going to change to shared assets, shared debts, shared loans, anything that you have a relationship with another person. Now, if you're saying to me, Stacey, I'm single and I'm on my own, well, then it's your relationship to the bank, like mortgages, car loans, any sort of debt that you carry, maybe consolidating debt, maybe just focus is going to be possibly on finances this month and how you earn a living, make a living, how maybe you receive checks from the government, maybe you receive alimony checks. This is about receiving income from other sources, but also laser focused in on, where can you trim the fat when it comes to money and resources and finances. Where is your money going to? Where is it trickling off to, so to speak? So that's going to be some of your focus this month. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. I don't know why. Okay, so that's where I think some of your focus is going to be. Now, let's talk about the new and full moons. So we do have a new moon in your relationship sector that I just rambled off there. So this is about planting those seeds of intention, what you want to manifest over the next 6 months or so. So this is on or around November the 1st. I love that it's back to Halloween. Why? Because the veil is crazy thin around Halloween. It's the thinnest. It's the time of the year where it's the thinnest. And we have a new moon there, new beginnings. So, and this is all about relationships, Taurus. So if those of you single, plant those seeds of intention of what you want to manifest in this area of life. This could be about marriage. I'm going to throw it out there. This could be about divorce. Maybe some of you are like, you know what? I want to get away from my partner and, universe, God, the light, whatever, help me, show me the way of how to get out of this relationship. Now, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer about that, but I mean, it's reality, you guys. We don't stay with the same partner forever and ever and ever and ever. Some of us do, but some of us don't. So for those of you that are looking to move away from a relationship, whether this is in work, business, love, friendship circles, whatever the case may be, this is your new moon to plant those seeds of intention of where you're going to move towards in the next 6 months or so. And the amazing thing is it's making a trine up to Saturn in your 11th house. That means if you sign on the dotted line, if you're making a commitment, if you're signing an offer letter, if you're signing a mortgage, this is going to stand the test of time because it's making a very nice harmonious aspect with Saturn. So I absolutely love this new moon. Plus, like I said, it's back to back with Halloween. So be mindful of what you're focusing on and what your intentions are, because again, we could manifest anything that we put our minds to during this time, especially this time of the year. Let's see here if there's anything else. Okay, so full moon in Taurus, full moon in your sign, hand in hand with Uranus. This is definitely electrifying. This is definitely expect the unexpected, Taurus. It is shining a spotlight in your 7th house. So again, extra focus on relationships and how you relate to people one-on-one. Also, I just heard something to do with changes in your business. So if you own a business, run a business, if you're a manager, a CEO, CFO, whatever, definitely changes coming down the pipe. Yeah, this month, people coming, people going, it is what it is. It's that energy exchange they're sort of showing me. Now with Uranus though, expect the unexpected. It's in your first house. So technically, if this is your true first house, technically it might bleed into all areas of life. So career, we already talked about, something to do with your home life, maybe shuffling or changes in your home life, or you physically, changes that you're going to physically make to your appearance. You know, change your hairstyle. I don't know, get your teeth fixed. I don't know, get some work done on your face or something like that, or just pampering yourself. There's some sort of change that could be coming in around the 15th, middle of the month. And it is making a nice aspect up to Neptune as well. This is an opportunity aspect, so there could be opportunities coming in from friends, groups, associations, people that you hang out with. But Neptune dissolves things. So this could also help you dissolve something in your life personally, even maybe personally about you. Again, this could be a wardrobe change. This could be changes to your physical body, your diet, your health, things like that. Neptune is going to help dissolve it. Dissolve something that's not really working for you. And like I said, because this is your first house, Taurus, it really could impact every single area of your life, and not in a bad way. You know, Uranus is a neutral planet. Neptune is, Neptune is Neptune. You know, he is a higher octave of love. So this could be love coming in for those of you that are looking for love. That could be a possibility as well. But yeah, going back to Uranus, my point was like, he's not good, he's not bad. He's just Uranus. You know, he just brings in the electricity. You know, he zaps us when he needs to. So anyway, I would be excited because this is an ending, Taurus. This is an ending, a culmination point, and something that you can let go of so you can move into something new. Now, Mercury in Sag, and also with the sun there, we already talked about this a little bit. This is definitely going to put additional extra focus on your finances. This is a long stay. Mercury is going to be in here until January. And again, he's going to go back and forth, back and forth. One thing I'm going to throw out is that you could find some really good deals. If you're buying anything big, like technology, computers, vehicles, mortgages. Again, this is your house of mortgages, debts, loans, taxes. Double, triple check everything. Keep all of your receipts. If you're buying a vehicle, maybe get that extra warranty because you might need it. Especially if you buy it at the end of the month when Mercury officially goes retrograde. So just to take those extra precautions. Again, we deal with Mercury retrogrades like 3 or 4 times a year. So it's nothing new, but again, you can't ignore it that it's also in a travel house, right? You know, this is your 8th house, but I mean, Sagittarius also rules long distance traveling, and Mercury is the planet of transportation. So if you're traveling anywhere, Taurus, I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, double, triple check everything. Make sure your vehicle is in good running order. If your vehicle breaks down, fix it. This is not a time to ignore that engine light, things like that. If you're flying anywhere or taking a cruise or anything like that, double, triple check everything, get there early. Just expect delays, you know? If you expect delays, then you won't be disappointed, right? And if there are no delays, well then bonus. Bonus, Taurus. But yes, for you being in your 8th house, I feel like there could be some really good deals, financial deals coming back around. This could be about your partner's income as well. Deals coming back around, offers coming back around, communication, hearing back from old bosses, things like that. Regardless, when a planet goes retrograde, sometimes we can always hear back from people from the past. So this might not be about you. This might be about your partner, whether it's in love or business or whatever the case may be. So something good could be coming back around. But again, just double, triple check everything. If you have to sign on the dotted line for anything, Taurus, that would be my recommendation. Let's see here. Mars in Leo. Mars is going to come up for some air for the next 2 months because, as I mentioned, if you've been following me for a while, Mars retrograde over the next 6 months here. A bigger story that's happening in the Leo house and Cancer house. So for you, Taurus, this is actually making a bit of a challenge to you in your 4th house of home, family, foundation. This could also be about your kids. This could be about you as a parent or your parents, for example, mom, dad, authority figures, if your parents are still with us. This is a bit challenging. I'm not going to like sugarcoat it, especially if you have anything at the beginning degrees of Taurus, let's say 0 to 10, you'll feel this the most. But there's a reason why Mars is going to be coming back and forth in this area of life. There's something that he is asking you to pay attention to or to change. This is a square, so this is going to light a fire under your booty, Taurus. But don't worry, once Mars moves back into Cancer, this is going to bring in opportunities from the past like crazy from 3rd house matters. And I will talk about that in a separate video, but I'm also going to keep talking about it in these month-to-month horoscopes as well as Mars moves back and forth, back and forth. So let's see here. Oh yeah, Venus in Capricorn. I love this for you because it's making a harmonious aspect to your planet's placements points in Taurus. I love this. For those of you single looking to mingle, you could find love internationally, like because this is the house of long distance traveling. You could meet somebody at school if you're in college, university, if you're upgrading, anything like that. You could meet somebody because wherever Venus goes, she attracts in love and money. Now, for those of you in a relationship, really good time to travel together and reignite that spark. And I really think you both are going to have a really nice time as well, because again, that Venus is just making such a nice aspect to your planet's placements points as well. Venus up here also benefits coming in from international shores or international waters or foreign lands, foreign cultures, so to speak. So if you have a business, I'd say put yourself out there. Also, I just heard library. I'm not really sure if that resonates with anyone, but yes, I heard library. We already talked about studying and things like that. This is the house of publishing, writing, teaching, coaching. So if you fall into any of those categories, put yourself out there, advertise, do what you got to do to attract in that client base, because I think you could attract some really incredible clients your way as well. Regardless, this is really nice support for learning anything new, Taurus, anything new. This is the house of the gods after all. So this is really nice energy. Those of you that are writers, put yourself out there. You might find the right publisher or be in the right place at the right time. They're kind of showing me. Let's see here. Otherwise, that's about it, Taurus. I mean, I think you're going to have a wonderful month ahead. Like I said, utilize those new moon, that new moon energy in your 7th house of partnership. Full moon in your sign this month, so expect the unexpected, but I think this is obviously going to be a good thing. But otherwise, you know, enjoy the month of November, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey Gemini, let's talk about where I think your focus for the month of November will be, or some of your focus will be for the month of November. So the sun is continuing to move through your 6th house, and this is a busy, busy, busy house. Day-to-day duty, responsibility. If you have any kids, it's your responsibility and duty to them as well, running them around, taking them here, taking them there. This is also the house of your health and your habits and your routines as well. For you, I just heard dietary restrictions. We'll talk about that. Keep that in mind because I'm going to talk about the new moon in a second, because this could be a really good time on or around November the 1st to plant those seeds of intention when it comes to your diet, your health routines, habits, things like that. And 6th house is work. You know, whether you own a business, run a business, or you're a leader, or you work for an employer, busy, 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 busy. Whenever the sun moves through here, it's just busy day-to-day stuff on whatever it is that you do for a living, for work. Even if you are retired, it doesn't matter. You could be helping out family members, volunteering, going to, or getting, I just heard church. So I mean, participating in those type of activities with groups, memberships, associations, people like that. Regardless, this is a very busy day-to-day house. Now, you'll find that will maybe slow down a little bit. Maybe not, because we'll talk about the full moon at the middle of the month too. Once the sun moves into your 7th house, your opposite sign in Sag there, the energy and the focus will be put on your relationships and how you relate one-to-one with people. And again, this could be all walks of life. This could be people that work for you, people that work with you. This could be love relationships, business relationship, friendship, colleagues, things like that. Also in the spotlight could be marriage contracts or thoughts of marriage or plans of marriage. This could also be about contracts, agreements, negotiations when it comes to big things, right? So anything to do with work, career, business, hiring people, firing people. This could be about, I don't mean you're going to get fired, by the way. What actually came to mind is if you own a business, run a business, this could have something to do with people changing out, cycling out. So if you are a business owner, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but with that full moon shining a spotlight in your 6th house, that could be changes in your work environment. So people coming and going. If you're a business owner, maybe you have to cut somebody loose. It is what it is. That's just, not everybody is meant to do everything forever and ever and ever. It is what it is. It's how the cookie crumbles, they're showing me. So anyway, Gemini, so the busyness will continue, I would say, but then the focus is going to be put more so on how you relate one-on-one to people. And Mercury is also in there as well. So I'll jump to Mercury just for a quick second, because this is where Mercury is going to be going back and forth in this area of life until January. So again, putting the extra emphasis on your marriage, on your relationships, love, business, work, whatever the case may be. Again, Gemini, this is your ruler. So take those extra precautions if you are traveling, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. It is what it is. We deal with Mercury. Your ruler goes retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. So take those extra precautions, right? Double check your itinerary, make sure your flights are on time or however you're traveling. If you're traveling by car or vehicle, double, triple check, make sure your vehicle's in running operation. Do not ignore that check engine light. Not the best time to do it with Mercury retrograde. Really good time to fix your vehicle, by the way. If your vehicle has been acting up, it's actually a really good time to fix the vehicle once Mercury goes retrograde. But regardless, if you're hitting the highway, if you're hitting the road, make sure you're packed those supplies, stay warm, stay safe. I'm not trying to instill doom and gloom, but this is a pretty obvious one with Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius that rules long distance traveling. So to me, this is like very, very obvious. But as I mentioned, really good deals. All of us could find really amazing deals, and as we're walking into the holiday season here. Okay, so that's going to be, I'm going to say, part of your focus this month, Gemini. Now, new moon and full moon, let's talk about them. So new moon in Scorpio in your 6th house right off the hop, November 1st. Now, as I mentioned, this is when you plant those seeds of intention of what you want to manifest over the next 6 months. This is a busy, busy house. Quite simply, Gemini, if you're looking to change your career, looking to call in new work, do so on or around this new moon. Also, I love that this new moon is so close to Halloween, because Halloween is the only time of the year where the veil is really thin, like very, very, very thin. So be mindful of what you're putting your focus and energy on, because it could manifest tenfold and it could manifest really, really, really quick. So make sure your thoughts are on a higher vibration so you can call in whatever you want in this 6th area, this 6th house area of life. So again, new work, new opportunities, new challenges, new opportunities to grow, whatever that means for you, whether this is your business with clients, if you own a business, run a business, if you're retired, what do you want to do on a day-to-day basis? How do you want to make your mark on the world? What do you want to move into? Or what do you want to dive into? Mercury retrograde, this is really good for learning something new in any area of life. So again, if you want to dive in, being in Scorpio, metaphysical stuff, taboo stuff, feng shui, astrology, tarot, working with angels, like any sort of that stuff. It doesn't have to be, but that's kind of what's coming to mind, obviously. But anything like that, dive into that kind of stuff. Dive into something new. Especially if you're retired, take up something new. Challenge yourself. And the nice thing about this new moon is it's supported by Saturn in your 10th house of career. So again, double, triple emphasis on work, whatever it is that you do for work, whatever you do on a day-to-day basis. This is also could be about you as a parent, or what does parenting mean to you? This could be about your parents, if your parents are still with us, or this could be about authority figures, right? So I'm thinking you signing on the dotted line, that offer letter, or somebody signing your offer letter, to come work for you. This could also be about people that you hire to do work around your house, for example. Anyone you find, or anything you do around this new moon, it's going to stand the test of time, or it should, because of Saturn's involvement. And Saturn's at the top of your sky, which is really nice. This could also have something to do with your reputation, your status, as well. Now, the full moon in Taurus, this is again shining a spotlight on that 6th house, because full moons illuminate the entire axis. This is your axis of spirituality as well. So for those of you dabbling in the metaphysical spiritual world, entrepreneurship, whatever the case may be, this is just putting extra energy and emphasis on that, whatever that is for you. This is also like a double ending in your life, because this is happening in your 12th house of endings. This could also be about solitude, reflection, healing, letting go of something or someone that is not working. This is preparing for a brand new cycle. But as I mentioned, the full moon shines a light on that 6th house, which we already talked about, putting extra energy and emphasis on those 6th house matters. With Uranus, it's hand in hand with Uranus. So I don't know, expect the unexpected. Uranus is pretty hard to predict and pinpoint, because that's just how Uranus is. Uranus is like a clap of lightning, clap of thunder. Could be downloads, especially if you work in the metaphysical world. But even if you don't, and you're open to that kind of stuff, be open to that, because Uranus does rule your 9th house of the gods, where Pluto is newly in now for the next 19 years, making harmonious aspects to your planets, placements, points, Gemini. So you have a powerhouse of energy to support you over the next 19 years. I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk though, because even Pluto trines can be extremely transformational, like beyond how I can even start describing to you right now. But Uranus also rules that area of life. So be open to downloads, be open to new learning experiences or learning something new, be open to last minute travel opportunities. And for those of you looking for love, again, it could be full on as well, which I'll get to in a second with Venus. So those are the luminaries this month. Neptune in your 10th house could help you dissolve something around this full moon, around the 15th here. So it could be something to do with career, parenting, you as a parent, something to do with a parent, a boss, changes at the top of the food chain. This is helping you dissolve something, even something to do with your health habits, things like that I'm picking up too. There's something Neptune is helping to melt away, they're showing me. So in a good way, and again, there's so many arrows pointing to your, maybe not arrows, but to me, I'm seeing so many signals of career change here, Gemini. So if that's what you want to do, or if you want to move into retirement, I have no doubt you're probably thinking about that around this time, or some changes to how you're known in the world, so to speak. Okay, we talked about Mercury and Sag for a long stay. Mars in Leo is going to give you some new opportunities for a very short stint, because again, this is a bigger story that's playing out over the next 6 months that started in October. And I will make a separate video about that. I'll post that hopefully sometime soon. But Mars in this placement is going to bring in opportunities from third house matters, writing, publishing, opportunities coming in from your neighborhood or community, whatever community means to you or for you. This is also the house of siblings and cousins and relatives and extended family members as well. Learning, again, learning something new, which I know I mentioned as well. So this might light a fire under your butt because it does make, like I said, air and fire talk well together. So take advantage of this, Gemini. I'd say you're going to have this energy for about 2 months or so. If you have anything at the beginning of degrees of Gemini, this is going to light you up from the inside out. It's going to give you that motivation, passion, drive to go after what it is that you want. And then maybe once Mars goes retrograde, that's more of a time to go over something or polish something to do with your skill set. And then Venus in Capricorn. Yeah, for those of you open to meeting someone new, with Mars in your 3rd house, Venus in the 8th house, you could meet somebody in your local community environment. That is a great possibility, especially with Venus in the house of sexuality of your 8th house. That's definitely possible as well. If you are in an existing relationship, well, then bring the spark back. You know, bring the spark back in some way, shape, or form. Go on a trip together, travel together. Show them. They're showing me something about showing your love, especially with Venus in Capricorn. It's all about the tangible things, like building something for your partner, giving something to your partner that's practical, down to earth, maybe paying off a bill for them, for example, because Venus is in your 8th house of the other. So your other, whatever the other is to you, love, business, friendship, their income might increase at this time, because wherever Venus goes, she attracts in money. So it might not be about you, but it might be about their income getting a boost, though. This is a really positive aspect for your partner as well. But keep in mind, with Mars backing into Cancer, you could burn through money really fast. I might have mentioned that to you last month. So just keep that in mind moving, I think, December, January. You would want to be a little bit more cautious about that. But anyway, just something that I wanted to mention again. But regardless, this is really nice. Venus moving through the 8th house. Really good for healing, whether this is physically, I also heard sexually, so sexual healing, or psychological, mental. Yeah, this is a really nice aspect, nice transit for that too. If you're looking to consolidate debt, reassess your debts, reassess finances, really good time to do it while Venus is here in Capricorn. Mortgages, taxes, debts, loans, things like that will benefit with Venus in here. So if you're looking to get a mortgage, looking to buy that new car, whatever the case may be, I would say, well, again, Mercury is going retrograde, so just make sure you buy that extra warranty like we talked about. But with Venus here, it'll help you. The money will be there, so to speak, Gemini. Otherwise, enjoy the month of November, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey, Cancer, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to be this month. So it's going to continue to be on your kids, if you have any kids, extended family members. I'm also picking up as well. The 5th house is bringing the joy back. Like, what brings you pleasure and joy? This could also be about romance and dating. This is also about hobbies and creative projects and creative endeavors. So whether you are working or retired, you know, the sun in Scorpio is really helping you hone into, you know, what do I want to push myself to do? Whatever that may be. And it may be just focusing on your kids or your grandkids, or, you know, helping them out. You know, that is a possibility. But for those of you that don't have kids, and that are working day to day, the regular 9-to-5 grind, maybe find something that lights you up if you haven't already done so, because this is a continuation from October as well. But this is making really nice aspects to your planet placements points, whatever you're watching for right now, Cancer. So take advantage of this energy. If you haven't already done so, pamper yourself, take care of yourself, maybe go on a little vacation or take a break from work or whatever the case may be, or whatever taking a break means for you. Because once the sun pops into your 6th house of Sagittarius, it's going to be busy, 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 busy. So work will probably pick up. If you own a business, run a business, this is about people that also work for you. With Mercury going back and forth in this area of life until January for you, I have no doubt this is going to be changes in your business, reassessing things in your business, reassessing people that work for you or with you. This could also be about diet, health, routines, nutrition, going back over, especially with Mercury here, retrograde, going back over your routines, your current routines. Are they helping you? Are they hindering you? Maybe it's time to kick something once and for all, whether that's sugar or dairy or something in your diet that's bothering you, right? This is a really good time to laser in, focus on that and get rid of it for once and for all. And Mercury here retrograding at the end of the month will help you with that as well. This is also the house of pets as well. So, you know, maybe you're welcoming in a new pet, or there's just extra focus on a pet, especially if they're struggling right now or if their health is not so good. Mercury retrograde, get them to the vet, get them to, like get the pet some help is what I'm trying to say. And what, I don't know, is there such thing as alternative healthcare for pets? I don't know, but that's kind of what they're showing me, is like different options or different opinions they're kind of showing me. So if you're kind of at a loss, now this could be your health, by the way, too, your health or your pet's health. When Mercury goes retrograde, you know, this could be a good time to get a second opinion. And I'm just going to throw it out there. If you're doing any sort of blood work or testing, whether this is your pet or you, it might throw off the results. So if you can delay them and maybe either do it right away, beginning of November, or wait until the new year, that might be better. If you got to get it done, you got to get it done though. That totally makes sense. But yeah, during Mercury retrograde, the results you might just have to redo them sometime later on down the road. But I don't see this as a big catastrophic thing. Okay, it's just something to be mindful of, just something to be aware of. Okay, let's see here. Let's talk about the new and full moons. Yeah, because actually, Cancer, these are really nice luminaries are happening for you for the month of November, which I love. They're making really nice aspects to your planet placements points, whatever you're watching for. So that new moon down in your 5th house, which we already talked about with the sun energizing it. Again, this is all about romance, dating. If you're looking for love, plant those seeds of intention. The veil is really thin around this new moon, which I love because it's around Halloween. And this is the time of year where the veil between the worlds is at its thinnest. So please be mindful what you call in. Please be mindful what you're thinking about the last week of October into November there, because, and this is for all of us, you can manifest quite a bit. The good, the bad, the ugly, they're kind of showing me. So just be mindful of your thoughts, keep them high, vibrational. But yeah, if you're looking for love, I'd say it's full on, because also you got Venus in your 7th house and you got a new moon in your 5th house of romance. Now, if you're already with somebody, that's totally fine. I'll talk about it once, you know, I get to Venus here, but this is about creative projects, creative hobbies, what lights you up, like what we talked about. Something to do with your kids too. If you're wanting kids or hoping for kids, yeah, plant those seeds of intention, or try to start having kids, because this is making really nice energy to your sign, Cancer. Also with Jupiter coming into your 1st house, that could indicate, that could be a pregnancy signature too. Just throwing it out there. Not saying all of you are going to get pregnant. That's not possible, but it's just a signature I just noticed there with Jupiter getting close to Cancer. Let's just put it that way. He is retrograde, but he'll be in your sign next May, I believe. Anyway, really nice new moon. Also, it's making a trine up to Saturn. So that means whatever intentions you hold around this new moon, whether this is about your kids or you, or bringing back the fun, the joy in your life, it's going to stand the test of time because of Saturn there helping out. And again, this could be about a relationship. You do have a lot of signatures for relationship coming in. But relationship in love, business, work, you know, however you want to call in this energy or how you want to relate to this energy. Really good time to pick up a new hobby as well, which we talked about. Whatever this is, it should last a long time, Cancer. It should last a long time because of Saturn's involvement there. Plus, it's making a big water trine in the sky for you because you are a water sign. So this is just bringing in that extra harmonious energy towards you. Full moon in your 11th house. This is an ending. This is a culmination point. So this could be something to do with friends, groups, community memberships, your role within these groups of people. There's an ending that's going to be happening here. This could also be about your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. This is also the house of social media. This is the house of the future. And this is the house of what supports you and what lifts you up. So with that said, do you have people around you that do not support you, that do not lift you up, that bring you down? This is a time to cut those cords. Uranus is going to help you because Uranus is hand in hand with this full moon. And also Neptune is going to be helping you dissolve what is no longer working in your life. And it could be just quite simply letting go of a long-term goal that doesn't really suit your needs anymore. You know, maybe you were aiming for something or striving for something. Well, now it's maybe time to let it go. You know, this could have something to do with your career as well, with Saturn and Neptune at the top of your sky. This could have something to do with an educational pursuit, something to do with the legal system, justice system, teaching, coaching, publishing, writing endeavors or projects. There's something here that you need to let go of, and you need to grab onto another dream or a new dream that's going to happen around November the 1st. If that makes sense, Cancer. So, and again, apply this to your life, whether you're working or not working, because just because you're not working doesn't mean you don't have goals and ambitions and what you want to achieve. You know, it could be exercise, it could be diet, it could be learning a new hobby or creative project. You know, push yourself outside of your comfort zone. But yeah, the luminaries this month are really nice for you, Cancer, which I really like. We talked about Sagittarius, or we talked about Mercury retrograde. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, double, triple check everything if you're traveling. November, December, just, it doesn't matter if it's by land, air, or sea, does not matter. Double, triple check everything. Make sure your vehicle is in good operational order. And pack snacks if you're taking a long trip, because it just might take longer than usual. But again, this Mercury retrograde is more so hitting that busy day-to-day house, technology, kerfuffles, work mishaps, misunderstandings at work. Again, something to do with diet, yo-yo dieting. Again, testing, the results might go sideways, not in a negative way. It's just, that's what Mercury retrograde does. It's a pain in the butt. We go through this 3 or 4 times a year, just in a different area of life. So again, Cancer, nothing to be scared of. It's just something to be more so prepared for. Mars in Leo, making a really quick stint into Leo for the next 2 months. And don't worry, Mars will be back in your sign because this is a bigger retrograde story. If you've been watching me for a while, I talked about this last month. Mars is doing a quick dip in your second house of money, of earnings, of finances, resources, work, whatever you do for work on a day-to-day level, or how you earn an income, how money comes to you, whether that's through government subsidies or whatever the case may be, or RSPs or 401k, however you support yourself. This is also the house of skills, talents, and abilities. So Cancer, I'm going to throw it out there too. This is going to make you burn through money. You're going to want to spend money when Mars is here. So maybe once Mars starts going backwards, it's about doing a gut check of how am I spending my money? Where is my money going? That could be a possibility. Could also have something to do with your career. Again, changes of career. What do you want to do? Do you want to change careers? This could also have something to do with your kids. Your kids could be readjusting their lives or going back over old ground at this time, or even your grandkids as well. And again, this could be about hobbies, you know, projects, what lights you up from the inside out, creative projects, endeavors, things like that, with Mars in this second house doing a retrograde. So, but anyway, Mars is going to be in here for about 2 months. He will, you know, he's strong in Leo. He reinvigorates himself because it's a fire sign. So this might perk all of us up in some way, shape, or form. But then Mars will be retreating back into your sign in, I believe, end of December, beginning of January. So I will talk about that, and I will post a separate video about that shortly here too, Cancer. And then last but not least, Venus and Capricorn. I sort of mentioned this, really good for your relationships. Really, really good for your relationships. Really good for marriage, marriage proposals, business partnerships, love partnerships, friendships, you name it. Wherever Venus goes, she attracts love and money. So you could be receiving benefits from your partner at this time, whatever that means to you. Your one-on-one relationships could be benefiting at this time. Again, marriage might be on the table, or talks of marriage on the table. Any sort of contract, agreement, negotiation that comes your way. Again, Venus is going to help this process. It doesn't mean, don't ignore the details though, Cancer, with that Mars retrograde. Again, if you're buying any electronics this year, or buying a vehicle or anything like that, buy the extra warranty, save all of your receipts. Anything you buy over the next 2 months, save every single receipt, because you're going to need it, at least on one thing. I can almost guarantee that. But regardless, Venus here in your 7th house is really going to help, you know, not only your relationships, but you'll be receiving benefits from these relationships, or how you relate one-on-one with people. So this is a really nice energy. Again, if you're single, looking for love, it could be full on with Venus in your 7th house, because she could definitely help you attract a partner in. And again, you have a new moon in your 5th house of romance and dating. So there's a double signature here of you possibly calling somebody in, plus that full moon shines a spotlight down on your 5th house of romance as well. So, you know, the possibility is there. If you're already in a relationship, this is just going to sweeten the pot, sweeten the pie with Venus in your 7th house over the next several weeks. So this is really, really, really good for relationships and all walks of life, even your friendships as well. All right, Cancer, it's going to be a wonderful month of November. Enjoy, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey, Leo, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to be for the month of November, or some of your focus anyway. The sun is going to continue its trek through your 4th house. Now, this does make challenging aspects to your Leo planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for, but it just shows that there's more energy being poured into your 4th house versus, say, your career sector. That is going to change this month though, because we do have the luminaries lighting up this axis for you. So, but anyway, focus will continue to be on the home front, whatever that means for you. Family, your living situation, your kids, your parents, you as a parent, what does that mean? Sticking around the home more, you know, wrapping up projects, things like that, Leo. Now, once the sun moves into Sag though, you will love this. It's going to pour. The sun's your ruler, by the way, if you didn't already know that. You probably already knew that. But anyway, Leo, the sun is going to pour energy into your sign from your Sagittarius house. And this is the 5th house. This is your jam, Leo. Because you have the flavor of the 5th house. So it's all about children, creativity, self-expression, drama, theater, entertainment, pleasure, romance, dating, sex. All those things, Leo, are coming up. And you're going to get a double, triple dose of what I just nattered off, because Mercury is going to be in here for a long stay, for about 2 months. So Mercury going back and forth, back and forth. Yes, Mercury is a pain in the butt. I'll get to that in a second. But for you, Mercury is pouring that energy into, again, your Leo placements, reinvigorating you. Yes, you're going to have to go over old ground. Yeah, you'll have to maybe reassess hobbies, where your money's going, something to do with your kids, or maybe your kids are going to be reassessing or going through like a phase over the next month or so. You know, this, again, romance, dating, self-expression, sexuality, things like that will be coming up for review and revision. But again, Leo, to me, this is benefiting you because it's a harmonious flowing aspect into your sign, whatever you're watching for right now. So that's where I think some of your energy is going to be. Fourth house, fifth house matters. Now, going back to that new moon in your fourth house, this is about planting those seeds of intention of what you want to manifest over the next 6 months in your home life. Do you want to move? What do you want to bring into the home? Do you want to bring a new baby into the home? You know, fifth house is also children, right? Where that extra emphasis is going to be. But fourth house also represents whoever you live with. So do you want to bring in or incorporate something new? For some of you, maybe look into feng shui, doing some feng shui around the house, cleaning out the closets, saging your home, or they're showing me like the singing bowls, go around your home and do the singing bowls, like somehow change the energy in your home so you can welcome in something new, whether you're looking for love, whether you're looking to get pregnant, whatever the case may be. Bring in that energy, that good feng shui energy into the home if you're interested. Again, moving, renovating, building a home, buying, selling property, anything to do with fourth house matters. Healing, you as a parent, this could be a new beginning, a new start for your parents, not only for you, but maybe, or maybe this might not be about you. Maybe it's about your parents, a new beginning or a new start with regards to your parents, Leo. So regardless, plant those seeds of intention, Leo. The veil is very thin around this new moon. The veil, you know, it's around Halloween time. Once a year we get this, where the veil is very thin between the worlds, but we have a new moon on top of it. So that's like a double, triple whammy of psychic energy and manifestation tenfold. So notice what you're noticing, watch your thoughts, watch your intentions, watch your actions, because they could get magnified tenfold. They're showing me very intense energy coming in. So again, Leo, you do you, set those seeds, plant those seeds of intention with regards to fourth house matters. Okay, full moon in Taurus. This is up in your career sector, Leo. So this is an ending, a culmination point with regards to, again, something to do with a parent, maybe an ending in a parent's life, or the next stage of a, you know, maybe a parent's retiring, for example, or they're moving to a far off land. It could be really anything. Or this could be you, something to do with, again, parenting, you as a parent, how you parent. What does that mean to you? This could quite frankly be about ending a job, because this is squaring your energy, Leo. So you might have enough, especially if you have anything around 24 degrees of Taurus, or sorry, Leo. This is exactly hitting you dead on. So for example, if you have your son around this degree, I'm thinking this could be a change in your father's life, boss's life, maybe a boss leaving, a new boss coming in, or changes in your father's life, or changes in your career in general, whether you own a business, run a business, entrepreneur, or retirement. Even if you are retired, this is a change of status. So what do you want to be known for moving forward? Again, do you want to do a startup side hustle, you know, at home? Do you want to start building things at home and selling them as a side hustle or hobby? Just things to think about. Because yeah, this is a very impactful luminary cycle for you, Leo, this month, because it is making squares to your planet's placements points. So it really could manifest in all areas of life, including relationships as well, which Pluto is going to be completely transforming over the next 19 years. So, I mean, I don't want to get into it right now, but it's a long stay in here too. So it could be about relationships, marriage, marital contracts, agreements, negotiations, offer letters, things like that, Leo. Also, I forgot to mention, new moon in Scorpio is making a trine up to Saturn in your 8th house. This is good for anything you do around November the 1st, give or take a day or two. It's going to stand the test of time, or it should stand the test of time, because Saturn's involvement here. And Saturn being in your 8th house, this could be about consolidating debt, your partner's resources, partner's finances, shared assets, shared property, buying, selling, taxes, debts, loans, mortgages, you name it. So this is very beneficial with Saturn in the mix in a harmonious aspect to this new moon down in your 4th house of home, family, foundation, roots, ancestry, and also healing for you, Leo. Okay, Mercury and Sag, we talked a little bit about this, but the regular Mercury retrograde rules apply. If you're traveling anywhere, Leo, double, triple check everything, whether it's by land, air, or sea. If you're driving by vehicle, make sure the vehicle is functioning. You know, not a good time to ignore that check engine light, because I can almost guarantee it will break down. But with Mercury retrograde, the nice thing is it's a really good time to fix anything, like to fix the vehicle, fix the technology. For you, this is in your 5th house, so this could be about, again, something to do with your kids, or something to do with buying maybe a bunch of technology or things like that for your hobby or your creative projects. I would just recommend to keep your receipts, keep all your receipts, maybe buy extra warranty on any sort of technology or vehicles that you're buying, Leo, because of the retrograde. You might need them later on down the road. Yeah. This could just, it just pours more energy into that 5th house, but also the regular rules apply to take care. Yeah, I mean, this could be really annoying with technology. I can already definitely see that, and with traveling around the holidays. Mars in your sign. So this is definitely going to light you up and power you up, Leo. So take advantage of this over the next 2 months or so, because Mars will retrograde back into Cancer, I believe beginning of January or something along those lines. But anyway, Mars in here will light you up. You'll get motivated to do something. And again, this is in your 1st house. So this could be about exercise routines. This could be about you personally, physically. This could be about, again, traveling, reaching for the stars, entrepreneurship. This is about education, teaching, learning, upgrading your skill set. Mars also rules your 4th house. So again, we already talked about the 4th house. I don't want to go over that again, but this could also put extra energy into that 4th house or 4th house matters. So this is good, Leo. I like this because Mars in the 12th house is very challenging. I know I talked about it last month. The sleep can be an issue. Just the chatter, the nattering mind, it definitely is challenging with Mars in that 12th house. So you'll get a break from that. Take advantage of this. It should light a spark, a fire under your behind to get stuff done before Mars moves retrograde into that 12th house again, where it's more about solitude, introspection, taking a step back, reassessing sleep patterns or sleep habits, and anything psychological that you need to get rid of that's negative, that's not working in your life. Mars is a sword. Wherever he goes, he severs as well. So that's why I'm also thinking this might have to do with your image, like physical image or style or clothing or whatever the case may be, or psychological, like any negative stories that you're telling yourself, Leo. Yeah, it's definitely, this is a 6-month story. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm just thinking, you know, this is time to cut loose of those negative thought patterns and those negative stories that you're telling yourself that are not true, basically. So sometimes, Leo, we can be our worst enemy. You know, this is for every sign, but it's just the way Mars is hitting you personally. This could, you know, maybe not be about outward expression. This could be more internal for you, especially lighting up that 12th house. And then Venus in Capricorn, for those of you that are single, you could find love at work. You could find love at the gym. You could find love, I don't know, in a new hobby or project or something along those lines. Again, you've got a ton of energy in that 5th house of romance for the next 2 months. Plus you got Venus in your 6th house. This should help when it comes to work. Whether you own a business, run a business, work for an employer, it doesn't matter. This should really help with the work environment, work colleagues. Also, Leo, speaking of if you own a business, run a business, if you need to hire anybody, Venus will help attract the right people to you. Yeah, this is really nice for work colleagues, people that you work with as well. The work environment in general should be more positive over the next several weeks with Venus in here as well. Let's see here. Because yeah, wherever Venus goes, she attracts love and money. So if you do own a business, this could be more money coming in from clients. This makes you look attractive on the work front. So if you are looking for new work, as I mentioned, you might be severing employment this month with that full moon in your 10th house, hand in hand with Uranus. And it's kind of like expect the unexpected. And it is also making an opportunity aspect to Neptune, which also means, you know, dissolving something that's not working for you anymore. So if you are looking for employment, Leo, I would say put yourself out there with Mars in your 1st house and also Venus in that 6th house of work. You could look very appealing. And again, Mars is going to give you the oomph, the personality, not saying you don't have any personality, but Mars will reinvigorate that energy, that beautiful Leo light that you bring to the world, Leo. So put yourself out there, whether it's for love or business or hobbies or trying something new. If you're retired, this could also be retirement, by the way, with the full moon up in your 10th house, hand in hand with Uranus. It doesn't mean your life ends at retirement. What do you want to be known for? Put yourself out there. Join clubs, groups, associations. Jupiter is helping you expand in that area of life over the next you have 5 or 6 more months of this energy. Social media, whatever the case may be. Get a YouTube channel up, whatever you want to do. Put yourself out there, Leo. It doesn't matter what stage of life you're at. Challenge yourself, take advantage of this energy, and, you know, shine your light. Do what you do best, Leo. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the month of November, Leo, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey, Virgo, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to be for the month of November. So the sun continues to cruise through your 3rd house and will eventually pop into your 4th house this month. So 3rd house, very busy house. This is the lower mind. This is all about teaching, education, short distance traveling. It could also impact long distance traveling too, because that's where you have the luminaries this month. We'll talk about that. This is about your community, neighborhood, neighbors, siblings, cousins, extended family members, relatives. And did I mention, yeah, publishing, writing, coaching, teaching, going back to school, learning something new, whatever the case may be, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, Virgo. So that's going to continue to be the theme this month, and keep all that in mind, because that's where your new moon is, which I'll come back to in a second. Sun moves into your 4th house. This is challenging you, Virgo. I'm not saying you're going to have a horrible month, but I mean, this is going to light a fire under your butt. Something to do with your home life, you know, something to do with home, family, foundation, your kids, your ancestry, healing, perhaps. This could put the spotlight on you as a parent, or parenting in general, even parenting to a furry, fluffy pet, for example, or your kids. This could put a spotlight on your kids as well. So it's diving into mutable energy. You're mutable as well, but like I said, it's making a square. So that just tells me it's going to make you move. It's going to make you take action in your 4th house of home, family, foundation. Now, speaking of that, I'm going to jump to Mercury really quick here, because Mercury will be in Sagittarius for approximately 2 months because of the retrograde. So again, Mercury here, and this is your ruler, by the way. So wherever Mercury goes, you're personally impacted. You would feel this. Mercury is, again, going to be challenging your planet placements points for a reason. And he's back and forth in your 4th house. So again, additional focus or going back over old ground when it comes to ancestry, your roots, your family, parenting, you as a parent. This could be about your parents, mom, dad, authority figures in your life. This is about sticking close to home. Something to do with regeneration in the home, they're showing me. Like Virgo, maybe some of you, your attention is put on like career, something else, something else, something else. But it's showing me you got to put focus now back on the home. There's things in your home that you need to tend to, they're showing me. So that might not apply to everybody, but I'm just going to throw it out there. And keep in mind, the regular Mercury retrograde rules apply. Double, triple check your itinerary, whether you're traveling by land, air, or sea. Does not matter. Double check everything. Keep receipts, especially moving into the holiday season. Keep those receipts, especially anything to do with technology or anything big. I would buy that extra warranty, or I would recommend to buy extra warranty, and definitely treat those receipts like gold. Hang on to them because you might need them, say in January, February, so to speak. Okay, now going back to the new and full moons this month. As I mentioned, this is really highlighting your education sector, writing, publishing, reading, mentoring, coaching, teaching, traveling, whether it's short distance travel, long distance travel, meeting people from all walks of life, all over the world. That's definitely going to be the highlight also for you this month, Virgo. So new moon in Scorpio, in that busy, busy, busy third house, like we mentioned, communication, transportation, siblings, cousins, neighbors, relatives, community, social media, the internet, publishing, writing, you name it. So something new is being born here or birthed here, or you're being asked to plant those seeds of intention on or around November the 1st. Keep in mind the veil between the worlds are really thin around this new moon, like double, triple thin, because this is the time of year, Halloween, where the veil between the worlds are thin, plus we got a new moon. Like this is really magical, but they're showing me though, we're going to manifest whatever we put our mind to. So the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. Okay, so keep that in mind. Depending on your mindset, I would recommend to keep the mindset higher than lower, just because that's what you're going to manifest, right? And it is making a really nice aspect to Saturn up in your 7th house of relationships. So this could be about a relationship, whether this is romance, dating, self-expression, hobbies, signing on the dotted line, whether this is marriage, love, moving in together, buying, selling, contracts, agreements, negotiations, work, whatever the case may be, Virgo. So this is really beautiful energy coming in. This should stand the test of time. Whatever you put into motion, I also heard for you some sort of collaboration. Whatever gets put into motion around this new moon will stand the test of time. Will come back around in a good way. Again, if you meet anybody or if you're getting married around this new moon, I mean, I would need to see your entire chart, but I'm just going to put it out there. This is fantastic energy for marriage, for business partnerships, for collaborations, for anything to do with working with people one-on-one, including your career. You know, even if you're retired, doesn't matter. Take up a new hobby, get in with a new group of people, whatever the case may be. Yeah, some of you, this could be something to do with traveling too. So I love this new moon for you, Virgo. And then the full moon on the 15th, up in your 9th house of, again, higher education, teaching, travel, religion, meeting people from all over the world. And this is also the house of pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. Hand in hand with Uranus. This is an ending. This is a culmination point, but it's also shining a spotlight down to that 3rd house that we already talked about. Hand in hand with Uranus, expect the unexpected. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. People always ask me that. Well, is Uranus bad? No, Uranus is not bad. Uranus is Uranus. It's like expect the unexpected. It's like, can you predict where a lightning bolt is going to strike? Can you predict when you're going to hear thunder after a lightning bolt? Like, Uranus is not beneficial. He's not a benefic, and he's not a malefic. He's not a negative planet, but he's not a positive planet. He's neutral. So this just emphasizes the ending that's happening in this 9th house at the top of your sky. And Neptune in your 7th house, this is helping to dissolve something that's not working for you anymore, Virgo. So this could have something to do with a relationship, whatever that means for you. Work, business, career, love, marriage, family, friends, you name it. Something to do with a relationship could be involved at this full moon at this time. But if you have anything around 24 degrees of Virgo, this is pouring in blessings and harmony into that area of life for you, or that planet placement point. So for example, if your sun is around 24 degrees of Virgo, this is really good news coming in with your career, or an expansion on the career front, or changes or new developments with your career, for example. So good news. Same with this new moon. Like if you have anything around 9 degrees of Virgo, same thing. This is going to emphasize that new moon energy, the new beginning in your 3rd house, and the ending that's happening in your 9th house. But they could be connected, because full moons, new moons, they kind of emphasize the entire axis of the chart. Some people don't realize that. It's not so much about this area of life. It's like a spider web. It depends on this, depends on the planets, depends on how this is impacting you personally. Not to confuse you. But anyway. Okay, we talked about Mercury and Sag at the bottom of your sky for an extra long stay in your 4th house. Mars is going to take a really quick dip in your 12th house. Now, Virgo, I'm just going to throw it out there. Mars in the 12th house, because I've had this for a long time. How do I say this? It's going to impact your sleep. Okay, I don't want to scare you or doom and gloom you, but Mars in the 4th house is in the 12th house can be annoying for sleep patterns. So not a bad time to try to get into a really good sleep routine. Mars will be here for about 2 months, re-energizing himself because he likes being in fire signs, and then he'll back into your Cancer house, which is your 11th house, which I'll talk about when that happens. I talked about it last month if you kind of want to get a feel of what Mars in Cancer means. And I'll also make a separate video about that. I'm planning to release that in November sometime. This is also amping up for you, Virgo, awakenings. If you're into the spirituality stuff, this is like awakenings, like waking up at 3:15 in the morning, for example, and you get an insight or epiphany. I mean, Uranus up in your 9th house, I have no doubt you've had some incredible downloads since 2018, since Uranus has been up in the house of the gods for you, for example. Like lots of awakenings happening for probably lots of Virgos out there. Also, this is putting extra emphasis on endings with Mars in the 12th house, because Mars cuts and severs wherever he goes as well. But he also wakes things up. Wakes people up, wakes up, if you have any planets, placements, points in Leo, he's going to be waking up those planets as well. This is also about solitude, reflection, reflecting on the past. This could have something to do with your financial matters, shared resources, assets, debts, loans. And again, emphasis on the 3rd house here, because Mars rules that 3rd house, which we already talked about as well. But anyway, this is going to be just a short stay, Virgo, but he will be coming back here in 2025, which I'll talk about that when the time comes. Venus in Capricorn is really nice for you. For those of you that are single, you definitely could be meeting somebody. I mean, with Saturn in your 7th house, this could be putting a ring on it, or this could be... Saturn's been here a while though, by the way. So I'm not saying that putting a ring on it's going to happen this month, 100%. I'm just saying with Saturn in the 7th house could make or break relationships, but it can also bring in a really serious marital partner as well. Venus in the 5th house, this is where romance and dating starts. This is where that fun, flirtatious energy starts up, fires up for us. And Venus is making nice aspects to your planets, placements, points, Virgo, whatever you're watching for right now. So Venus is going to invigorate this area of life for you. She's also going to attract in money in this area of life. If you have a side hustle, this is really good for getting those downloads, insights, creating things, and then selling them on the side. Again, really good for dating, romance, sexuality, your kids as well. This is really beneficial, really nice for your kids as well if you do have children. But yeah, creative projects, getting the creative juices flowing, I think that's going to be really beneficial for you this month as well, Virgo. And then again, Venus is going to be pouring love and money into your, whatever you're watching for. So if it's your sun, she's going to eventually make a trine to your sun and be pouring in, you know, the love and the money into your career house, for example. So let's see. Otherwise, that's about it, Virgo. Yeah, I wish you, yeah, the new moon, full moon's really making nice aspects to you this month. So hitting you in a really nice way. So take advantage of that energy. Enjoy the month of November, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey Libra, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to be for the month of November. So it's going to continue to be on work, whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day level. So whether you are retired or working, it doesn't matter. What do you do on a day-to-day level? And also something to do with how you earn a living, whether this is through, you know, the government or alimony or through a job. Focus is going to continue to be on those financial matters. Second house is also to do with your skills, your talents, your abilities. So again, maybe upgrading your skill set or challenging yourself in some way, shape, or form. And then once the sun moves into your 3rd house, this is your Sagittarius house, this is actually going to infuse, this is going to kind of light you up a little bit more because it makes opportunity aspects to your Libra placements. So whatever you're watching for. Also, Mercury is going to be in here for a very long stay for at least a couple months here, Libra. So focus is going to be on communication, the mind, the mindset. This could also do with transportation, how you get around, and also learning, education, teaching, again, upgrading your skill set. You might feel antsy in this area of life where you need to invigorate some changes, especially with Mercury going back and forth, back and forth. Traveling is really highlighted here as well. But speaking of traveling, Mercury being in here for 2 months with the retrograde. I said it at the beginning of the video. I'm going to say it now again. Expect delays when it comes to traveling, especially around the holidays. We're getting into the holiday season for the next couple months. Make sure your vehicle is in working order. Double, triple check your flights, whether you're, you know, by air, land, or sea. It does not matter. You cannot hide from Mercury retrograde, but I also don't want you to hide in your house. It just means there's going to be a lot of mishaps when it comes to technology and also how you get around. Especially this is your 3rd house. Mercury rules this area of life for you in particular. So there's going to be some extra hiccups for you, Libra. Now, I'm not saying that to doom and gloom you. I'm just saying that to prepare you. Okay. It is what it is. We have to put up with this 3 to 4 times a year. This is not anything new. Mercury goes retrograde very often. So, you know, don't be scared to drive across the country. Just make sure you got good tires on your vehicle. Make sure all your fluids are topped up. Make sure your vehicle is in tip-top shape. If your check engine light is on right now, get your car in to get fixed. This is not the time to ignore any sort of hiccups when it comes to your transportation. Even if you bike to work or walk to work, maybe buy yourself a new pair of shoes or boots. Maybe make sure your bike is in working order. Oil up the chain. Make sure the gears are working. Like, this is a really good time to put extra focus on how you get around, whatever that means for you. Okay, let's talk about the new and full moons for you this month, Libra. This is all about finances this month. So again, new moon in that 2nd house. So this is about money, work, Resources, finances, your income, how you earn a living, whether you're working or not. This is how you earn a living, how money comes to you. How are you living right now? Also about material possessions, buying, selling, things and assets that belong to you. So plant those seeds of intention. This is a new beginning happening in that second house for you. It's making a trine aspect to Saturn in your sixth house of work. So for those of you that are working, this could quite simply be a new job. If you want to change your career, I would say put yourself out there. This is the ideal, perfect time to do that. And especially this new moon, I love the fact that it's back to back with Halloween. Maybe some of you will experience this on the 31st versus the 1st. But regardless, the veil between the worlds are extremely thin around Halloween. This is the only time of the year where the veils are so thin, and they're showing me, that's why I'm putting extra emphasis on this for every single sign. We are manifestors intensely around this new moon. So watch your thoughts. Keep your vibration high. That's what I recommend, because they're showing me we can manifest the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. So it depends on your thought process. Okay, so keep those thoughts high, Libra. I don't want to tell you what to do, but that would be my recommendation, because you don't want to call in the not so good stuff. Okay, and don't call in, this is in your financial access, so don't call in more lack. Like, don't focus on what you don't have. I would strongly recommend staying away from that. You know, fake it till you make it, especially the last week of October, first week of November. Fake it till you make it. Keep that high mindset. And not tell, you know, you don't have to blow a bunch of money, but just keep that mindset high, and you'll attract in more of that over the next 6 months. Or you'll have a culmination point in this area of life over the next 6 months, for example. And it should stand the test of time. Any new beginning on or around this new moon, making a trine to Saturn in your sixth house of health, of work, of day-to-day duty, responsibility, and pets. This should last a very long time. Whatever you're incorporating into your life around this new moon that is second house specifically related. Full moon in Taurus, again, lighting up a financial access. This is more so about your partner's finances, or again, if you're not with anybody, if you're single and on your own, this could be about, again, how money flows into your life. Is it from the government? Is it from an RSP? Is it from a 401k? Like, how does money come to you into your bank account? Do you have a side hustle? Are you working? Are you retired? Apply this to your life. But this is an ending. This could be an ending, a culmination point in a partner's income or resources, or quite simply a change, because we do have Uranus and that full moon hand in hand. So expect the unexpected. Uranus is pretty tough to pin down. Or predict, I should say. He's not a good planet, but he's also not a bad planet. Okay, he's not a malefic or a benefic. He's neutral. So this is just emphasizing the ending that could be coming out of this full moon in your, again, something to do with your finances, buying, selling, property, moving homes, taxes, debts, loans. Maybe some of you are paying that off, like it's coming to an ending, culmination point. Neptune in your sixth house is helping you dissolve around this full moon. Something. Diet, health routine, work environment, people that work for you, with you, whether you own a business, run a business, you're a manager, or you work for an employer. It doesn't matter. Something could be dissolving, like this is helping you dissolve something in your life. Again, apply this to your life, to your circumstances. Okay, we already talked about Mercury and Sag, Mars and Leo. So Mars is doing a quick stay. Well, I shouldn't say quick, it's 2 months. So I guess that's not quick. But he's moving through the beginning parts of Leo. If you have anything at the beginning degrees of Libra, this is really good. Mars is going to invigorate your planet's placements points with some really nice energy, fiery energy. Now, this is your 11th house, though, of friendship groups, circles, people that you hang out with, your role in these groups. The 11th house is also about social media, expanding your social circle, your social net, so to speak. Mars in here, though, might cut out people that no longer lift you up, Libra. Is that going to happen this month? Maybe, maybe not, because Mars will come back here in the early parts of 2025. I'll talk about it. I'm going to make a separate video about this. I'll release it hopefully in the next couple weeks. But Mars here could just put more focus on people that you surround yourself with. Do they lift you up? Do they bring you down? Do you need to make changes in this area of life? Do you need to let go of long-term commitments and goals that no longer suit you, suit the lifestyle, suit your needs, whatever the case may be? This could be about cutting out social media, cutting out certain platforms, things like that. It could be quite simple like that as well. This could involve relationships because Mars rules your 7th house, and also Mars rules your 2nd house of money too. So this could be about mixing money with love partnerships, business partnerships, or friendships. Or again, something to do with a change in how you earn a living, whether that's through work or other resources like we already talked about. Now, Venus in Capricorn, this is really good for your home life and beautifying your home structure, whatever that is, apartment, condo, home. If you live in a tent, it doesn't matter. You're going to want to beautify your space, your living area, which is really nice. So Venus is your planet. Wherever she goes, you're definitely impacted by Venus. But on the other hand, she is making challenging aspects to your Libra placements. That just tells me that she is asking you, she's challenging you to move in some way, shape, or form. I don't mean literally move. Maybe if your IC runs through Capricorn, maybe, okay, maybe, but I know that's not for all of you. It just means she's going to get you off your butt and take advantage of something or someone, not in a negative way. Paying attention, I should have said, paying attention to something or someone in your household. Maybe your pets need extra attention. Maybe your kids need extra attention. Maybe you need to start paying extra attention to your partner, people that you live with, your family, family structures. Again, what in the home needs to be tended to? There's something in your home that she's asking you to pay attention to and beautify it. Do your Libra thing and beautify it in some way, shape, or form and bring in the love and harmony back onto the home front. If there's any quarrels that you have with loved ones, family members, whatever the case may be, your kids, this will help smooth things over in this area of life, or it should. She's trying to help you with this, so just always keep that in mind. This is also beneficial for your parents. If your parents are still with us, mom, dad, authority figures, this is really nice for them as well. Really nice for you as a parent too. I feel like this could be, while Venus is here, really nice for your kids. You're also going to get this energy once she moves into Aquarius as well, because that's your 5th house of children as well. So, yeah, I think this is going to be really nice for you. And I think you're going to enjoy this. You know, for those of you that like to throw parties and have people in the home, yes, you're definitely going to be beautifying your space, and every crook and cranny is going to be taken care of. Also, smudging your home, doing the singing bowls, things like that would be, I think, really beneficial for your space as well. Otherwise, Libra, that is about it. Yeah, we talked about Mercury retrograde. I keep thinking I skipped that over, but yeah, we talked about that. Double, triple check everything, especially if you're signing on the dotted line, and take out that extra warranty and keep those receipts. I think we talked about that. Anyway, enjoy the month of November, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey, Scorpio, happy birthday. If you are celebrating a birthday this month, Scorpio, and what a birthday month to have. What a start. If you are celebrating a birthday, let's say on or around November the 1st, even if you are not, this is your new moon, by the way, to plant those seeds of intention. The reason why I say that is because the veil between the two worlds are super thin around Halloween. And I love the fact that we have a new moon back to back. Some of you will experience this on October 31st, but some of you will experience this on a first. It doesn't matter, because I mean, you plant those seeds of intention regardless. It doesn't have to be on the specific day. But Scorpio, this is you. This is in your first house. So, you know, I just heard your wish is my command. Your wish is my command. I love that. So Scorpio, whatever your heart's desire, whatever you want to change in your life, this is in your first house. So it could roll out, ripple out to all areas of life. Plus, manifestation is tenfold. Again, because of the worlds, the veil between the worlds being so thin at this time. So, and plus on top of it, Scorpio, just to add more icing on the cake here for you, you got Saturn making a trine aspect to this new moon. So this tells me whatever new beginning you start on or around the beginning of November, this is going to stand the test of time. Whatever changes you put into motion. This could be about a relationship. This could be about romance, dating. This could be about fun, bringing back the fun into your life. This could be about your kids, by the way, too. If you do have kids, this is a new beginning or could be a new start for them as well. For those of you looking to upgrade a vehicle, transportation looks fabulous at this time too. Technology, buying computers, laptops, anything like that. I'll get to the Mercury retrograde though, because if you do buy anything technical, technological, or vehicle wise, or anything to do with technology, get a receipt, get extra warranty because of that Mercury retrograde around this time. I mean, you should be safe beginning of November. You should be okay, because I mean, shadow starts not until the 7th. So you should be okay around this new moon if you are buying or selling or anything along those lines. But anyway, I jumped the gun there, Scorpio, because yeah, that's where my eyes went. I just lit up like a Christmas tree for you. But anyway, I got ahead of myself here. The sun. So the sun is going to continue to invigorate you, obviously. So whether, even if you are watching for your rising sign, it doesn't matter. When the sun touches your ascendant, your rising sign, it lights you up from the inside out. It reinvigorates you, so to speak. So it's still, I personally treat it similar to a birthday cycle. Absolutely. Set those, you know, set those birthday wishes. What do you want to manifest over the next 6 to 12 months? Things like that. So the focus is still going to be on you, your physical appearance, your identity, the health of the body, your health and well-being. But again, first house is all about any sort of major life themes, work, love life, relationships, friends, family, kids, you name it. It could be all about them. Once the sun pops into Sagittarius though, then the focus will be on work, how you earn a living, whether you're working or not. It's how money comes into your hands, whether that's working for someone, your business, your side hustle, the government, RSPs, 401k, whatever it is, however you line your pockets, Scorpio. This could also be about your skills, your talents, your abilities, maybe upgrading your skill set. This is also about material possessions, buying, selling, which is very possible with Mercury is going to be in here for the next 2 months as well. So that's where some of your focus is going to be. I'm going to come back to the luminaries in a second here. Let's talk about Mercury and Sag, because again, this is a 2-month stay. This is putting extra emphasis on your work, maybe changing your work or changes in the workplace. If you do work for somebody, if you run your own business or if you're a manager, there could be people coming and going, like cycling out. They're showing me as well. That could be a possibility. I'm not saying for sure, but that could be a possibility. Mars is also up at the top of your sky too. So that also means severs, changes in the work, something to do with work, what you do on a day-to-day level. Even if you're retired, it doesn't matter. What do you do on a day-to-day level? Like challenge yourself, maybe dive into new hobbies, self-expression, things like that, creative projects. Mercury here is going to ask you to reassess something in this area of life. Finances. Where are your finances going? Where is your money going? Are you investing? Are you saving? Are you not? Maybe it's time. Are you, maybe, I don't want to sound like a mother hen, but maybe think about that. Maybe think about putting $25 away. a month, bi-weekly, I don't know, something along those lines. Mercury here is going to challenge you to re-look at your finances, because Mercury is one of your, Mercury is one of your financial planets for sure, ruling your 8th house. Mortgages, debts, loans could be up for some review. Consolidating debt. What does that mean for you? Your partner's resources, finances could also go through a change, a shift, a pivot as well. I can see your partner's resources, though, probably have already expanded or should have already expanded, because Jupiter in that 8th house means that your partner might have gotten a new job, or alimony checks, or I don't know, a divorce settlement, or your partner's income has increased in some way, shape, or form over the last 6 months. And again, Jupiter is going to be here for another 5 to 6 months. So this is really beneficial for you, Scorpio. This is going to help you out, the household out, whatever you want to call it. This could also be your business partner too. If love doesn't resonate, apply this to like a business partnership, or again, maybe checks you get from the government or something like that. Money you get from other sources or resources. Also, Scorpio, if I didn't mention, this could be a reassessing what you already own. So buying, selling, getting rid of stuff that no longer works. But this could also mean buying new things. Like I mentioned, I do see the signature of possibly upgrading your vehicle, possibly. That's not for everybody. But also upgrading, laptops, computers, microphones, cameras, phones, whatever. I can also see that signature as well for you. But again, I just caution, keep those receipts, because you might need them with Mercury retrograde. If you can avoid doing it during Mercury retrograde, great. But if you can't, don't worry about it. Life moves on, man. Mercury retrograde happens 3-4 times a year. It is what it is. But for you, it's hitting a financial house. So that's what I'm saying. Be mindful of your outgoing money. What are you spending your money on? I think that's what Mercury is going to be asking you to reassess in some way, shape, or form. Again, if you're traveling, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, travel rules apply. Double, triple check everything, whether you're traveling by land, air, or sea. Expect delays, expect frustration on the roads, pack extra water, snacks, whatever. I'm not saying you're going to hit the ditch. I'm just saying it might take you longer to get to your destination due to delays. Make sure your vehicle is in tip-top shape. Not a good time to ignore that check engine light. Some of you, I just heard like a parking brake, something to do with a parking brake or the brakes or something like that on your vehicle. Make sure those are functioning properly. Actually, it's a really good time to fix your vehicle when Mercury goes retrograde. So, but that doesn't happen until the 25th of November. But again, we're pretty much in shadow period all throughout the month of November. So just something to keep in mind. I don't want to preach, but this one is pretty straightforward to me. Mercury in a travel sign. Yeah, this is going to impact all of us on a bigger scale, especially holiday season is here, right? Like November, December, that's usually, 2 months of some big holidays coming up, right? So, okay, so that's Mercury retrograde. I already nattered on about that full or the new moon in your sign. Now let's talk about the full moon opposite of your sign. So this is still putting a spotlight on you, Scorpio, in some way, shape, or form. But this is in your relationship sector, and this is an ending or a culmination point or changes in your relationships. This could, again, be work, business, love, career, friendships, how you relate one-on-one to people. I also heard this could have something to do with your kids, how you relate to your kids. There could be changes here as well, because Saturn and Neptune are in your 5th house of kids. Their lives are totally being restructured as well, and changes, and well, they're maturing. With Saturn in that 5th house, I have no doubt your kids are probably, depending on their age, but life could be hitting them, so to speak. It's like, milestones in their lives, whether they're getting their first job, their first serious job, or some sort of responsibility, commitments, paying for a cell phone, paying for a laptop, maybe buying a vehicle, or something, or a bike or something like that. You know, there's responsibility tied to your kids' lives as well. So I apologize. I just realized I went off on a tangent there. But anyway, Neptune is what I wanted to kind of talk about. Neptune is helping you dissolve something in your relationship sector. So, you know, helping you melt away. They're showing me something in your relationship that's no longer working. I mean, it could be dissolving a relationship. I mean, with Uranus there, it's like expect the unexpected. There could be a sudden ending with a relationship. But again, it's not always about love, okay? You can apply this to love if that resonates, but don't panic if your relationship is going great. This could just be about changes in the workplace, changes how you work, changes about, again, how you relate to one-on-one people. There's an ending, a culmination point in this area of life. Also, maybe this is, you know, this could be about contracts, agreements, negotiations. So this could be the ending of one contract and the beginning of a new contract, for example, whatever that means for you. Now, Mars in Leo. This is your ruler, by the way. Mars is your ruler. So Mars newly in your 10th house for the next 2 months. He is slowing down. The crazy thing is he's still moving forward, but he is in shadow. He is slowing down. But this is going to, again, put energy into your career sector. Whether you're working or not, if you're on the borderline of retirement, I have no doubts you will be considering retirement over the next 6 months. Because wherever Mars goes, he cuts, ends, and severs, right? This could be bosses, like changes at the top of the food chain in the work world. This could be about you as a parent. Again, you have a lot of signatures here, Scorpio, about something to do with changes in how you relate to your kids, okay? I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, that's how life is, evolution. But there's signatures here of changes in your parents' lives or changes with you as a parent. What does parenting mean to you? How do you parent? That could be up for some reassessment over the next, well, several months actually. Mars up here could light a fire under your butt about changing jobs. If you're sick and tired of your job, again, you have a lot of signatures here, Scorpio. All that energy in your 2nd house of work. You got the North Node in your 6th house of work. You got a full moon in your 7th house of relationships. There's an ending here. That could be the ending of a job, severing of an employment. You have Jupiter in your 8th house of, you know, changing income streams. And Mars at the top of your sky, change of employment. So, and again, that's only for those of you that are interested, okay? I'm not saying all of you are going to be going through this, but again, signature for retirement, considerations of retirement, side hustles, getting off the ground. You know, this is a longer story that could be playing out in your life, Scorpio. So anyway, I could go on and on about it, but I'm trying to be conscious here of time. Venus in Capricorn. This is beautiful energy coming in for you because it's making opportunities coming in from that 3rd house. Again, not a bad time to upgrade, buy a vehicle. I would just recommend do it sooner than later or wait until Mercury retrograde is gone. But you could find some good deals coming back around too. That could be a possibility as well. Venus in here is really nice for if you have any issues with siblings or cousins or relatives or extended family members. Venus in here kind of smooths things over in this area of life. Wherever Venus goes, she's attracting love and money into your life. If you're single, Venus in the 3rd house means that you could meet somebody local in your local environment, your local place of living, your local city, town, community, whatever you want to call it. That's only if you're interested. If you want to put yourself out there, Scorpio, I can understand not all of you are single. Really good for anything to do with community, doing like neighborhood walks or neighborhood get-togethers, or just your relationships with your neighbors. This is a really nice aspect for that. 3rd house is also about education. You know, we talked about that with the Sun and Mercury in your 2nd house. This could be about learning something new. Actually, with Mercury in Sagittarius, this is a great time for those of you going to school or going back to school. learning something new, plus Venus in your third house of learning, of education, of teaching, of mentoring, coaching, publishing, writing. There's a lot of benefits that could be coming in for you, Scorpio, only if one of those resonate. But if you're learning anything new, really good energy coming in for that. But even picking up something old from the past that maybe you picked up, but then you had to drop for some reason. So going back to old educational pursuits are really beneficial at this time as well. All right, Scorpio, enjoy the month of November, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey, Sagittarius, happy birthday. If you are celebrating this month, I want to wish you a fantastic new year ahead. Also, birthday year ahead. I don't know why I said new year, but anyway, something I want to ramble off at the beginning here that I'm not doing for any other sign but you, Sag. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. You have your new moon. This is your new moon. This is where you plant your birthday wishes, your seeds of intention. Even if your ascendant, your rising sign is in Sag, this is still your personal new beginning that could impact all areas of life, Sag. So I would recommend taking advantage of this new moon in Sagittarius on November 30th and December the 1st, depending on where you are on the planet. So I'm going to talk about it again in December, but for those of you that, want to know when the new moons, full moons are, I want to mention this to you early so you can mark your calendar. This is where, again, wish fulfillment comes in. What do you want to manifest over the next 6 to 12 months approximately? Because you will have a culmination point. You will have a Sag full moon in approximately 6 months from now. But this is your birthday new moon. It doesn't matter when your birthday is or what day your birthday is. This is your Sag new moon. You only get one approximately once a year, maybe 2 if you're lucky. But yes, I wanted to mention that off the hop. And I'm only mentioning it for you because this is your new moon. So I wanted to give you kind of that benefit. But I will mention it again next month in my December horoscopes. Okay, so let's talk about the sun. Let's talk about where I think some of your energy is going to be this month. So it continues to trek through your 12th house. So you might be tired, you might need extra rest. This is about solitude. This is about going within. This is about reassessing what has happened over the past year for you, especially a birthday cycle. Focus could more so be on endings. And then once the sun pops into your sign, this is like about new beginnings, re-energizing your energy. Even if you're watching for your ascendant, it doesn't matter. Once the sun touches that line, your ascendant, you're instantly, they're showing me like enlightened, like the light bulb goes out. They're also reminding me, it doesn't matter where your ascendant is in Sag, they're saying. It doesn't matter. When the sun moves into 0 degrees of Sagittarius on the 21st, you'll feel it. And they're right. So thank you for correcting me there. Because that's absolutely 100%. You'll feel it regardless on the 21st or 22nd, depending on where you are on the planet. But yeah, the energy is just going to pour into all areas of life for you, Sag. It's going to light you up like a Christmas tree. Also, Mercury is going to be in your sign for 2 months, Sagittarius. So this is reassessing all areas of your life. Like every single area of your life. Emphasis is going to be on career. Emphasis is going to be on work or retirement or thoughts of retirement. For those of you that are not retired yet, I have a feeling that's going to creep into your mind over the next 2 months. This is about your relationships. Jupiter in your relationship sector is challenging you. Do you want to stay with this person? Do you want to move on from this person? Jupiter is a benefic. He is fantastic. But when he touches our love line, our descendant, he does challenge us to, how do I say this? Jupiter expands anything he touches. So if your relationship is not going so well, Jupiter emphasizes that for a reason. It's like in your face, so you can't ignore it. So it's like Jupiter brings it more so to the forefront. Now, for those of you in a fantastic relationship, this just brings in blessings into your relationship, right? So if your relationship is great, it's going to expand on that. So I'm not trying to Debbie down at you guys, so please don't take it that way. I'm just trying to be real and honest. And out of all the signs, I hope you can appreciate that because you are blunt, straight to the point, and I like that. But anyway, going back to Mercury. Mercury rules that 7th house for you. Mercury rules your career sector. So that's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of reassessments. Those are big areas of life, right? Work, career, retirement, you as a parent, parenting, your parenting style. This could be about your parents, mom, dad, authority figures, bosses. There could be some changes at the top of the food chain, maybe. Again, reassessing your relationships, how you relate one-on-one to people, friendship circles, love, business. You know, who are the people that surround you? Who are in your friendship circles? Do they lift you up? Do they light you up? Do they bring you down? Things like that are going to come up for some reassessment over the next 2 months. Okay, I said it at the beginning of the video. Traveling is going to be a problem over the next 2 months. And again, I'm not trying to Debbie down it. It is what it is. Mercury retrograding in a travel sign. You are the travel sign, Sag. So guess what? Just be prepared for it. Be prepared for wrenches being thrown into your plans. Be prepared for delays. Whether you're traveling by land, air, or sea, it does not matter. Double, triple check everything, your itinerary, get to the airport on time, make sure your vehicle is running properly, especially if you're hitting the road and traveling long distance. Please double, triple check your vehicle. Get it in for a service. Get them to check everything. Make sure your fluids are topped up. Make sure the air in your tires are properly inflated. Not a good time to ignore the engine light on your dashboard. How many of us do that? Okay, I'm guilty of that too. And the next thing you know, my vehicle breaks down. Like, it's happened to me during Mercury retrograde, and I just laugh because I'm like, I should know better. So I'm doing this for every single sign, or I'm trying to remember the dirty details here. A really good time to fix things though. You know, in general, how do you get around, whether it's biking, walking, it doesn't matter, train, whatever the case may be. Just notice what you're noticing. Some of these things were so, what do you call it? Like, we could do it blindfolded, right? So it's just Mercury's asking us to put a little bit more attention here when it comes to transportation, when it comes to how we get around, especially long distance traveling. That is more so emphasized, but I don't want to ignore the day-to-day traveling that we do on a day-to-day basis, just going to work, for example. And then, of course, technology hiccups and things like that. That's famous during Mercury retrograde. Now, going into the holiday season, just any sort of technology stuff that you buy for yourself or others, please keep the receipts. If you're buying a new vehicle, maybe buy that extra warranty because you might need it, just because of Mercury retrograde, right? So not to scare you, just hang on to those receipts like gold. Treat them like gold, I should say. Okay, let's talk about the new and full moons here. So you do have a new moon in your hidden 12th house, and this is a quieter area of life for you, Sag. So this is all about preparing for a new cycle. So I know I already mentioned a new moon, so let me backtrack. This is November the 1st, your new moon. The new moon I was talking about is not until, well, I have it on the screen here, November 30th, December 1st, depending on where you are on the planet. That's also a new beginning that I want you to take advantage of. But backtracking to the beginning of the month, November 1st, on or around this day, well, preferably after, is when I want you to plant those seeds of intention. 12th house is all about endings and new beginnings. This is about letting go of something in your life that is no longer working. This is where, you know, you think about reflection, right? Where is my time, my energy, my love, my money going? Where is it going? Where is it being spent? This is about awakenings. This is about spirituality. This is about dreams, healing on multiple levels, generational levels. I'm also feeling for you, Sag. This is also about your hidden gifts and talents. For those of you dabbling in the metaphysical world, you're going to love this new moon on the 1st, because it's hand in hand with Halloween. So that means the veil between the worlds is really thin. So notice what you're noticing. I would recommend keep your thoughts vibrations high as possible, because they're showing me for every sign in different areas of life, we're going to manifest really quick, really intensely. So, well, 6 months from now. It can happen anytime around this new moon, outwards of about 6 months from now. So keep the vibration high as possible, because they're showing me all of us can manifest the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. So let's focus on the good. And again, if you dabble in that metaphysical world, you are going to love this new moon. I have no doubt you're going to get some strange happenings, occurrences, magic, mysticism is at its peak at this new moon, which is really amazing. So enjoy that, Sag, if you're into that kind of stuff, Okay, now the full moon in Taurus is also shining a spotlight on your 12th house. It's the entire axis. People don't realize that. New moons, full moons, they activate an entire axis. So usually at least 2 areas of life, at least. So this full moon is a culmination point and ending in your 6th house. So this is about health, diet, routines, exercise routines, nutrition, how we're taking care of the body. This could be about your pets as well, work. This could be about you working for an employer, changes in that environment, or you as an employer, maybe people working for you. There could be people cycling out. They are showing me that, people coming and going, possibilities, because it's hand in hand with Uranus. So it's like expect the unexpected. Uranus is not good, but Uranus is not bad either. He's not a malefic or a benefic. He's just a neutral planet. Uranus is Uranus. You know, can you predict in a lightning storm where a lightning strike is going to happen? Can you predict when you're going to hear that thunder when you see the lightning, right? That's what Uranus is. You can't predict Uranus. All you can do is be like, okay, something unexpected might be happening in my 6th house. Emphasizing a culmination point, emphasizing an ending, right? Also, it's making, this full moon is making a opportunity aspect from Neptune. So this is helping you dissolve something that's no longer working. This could be related to a home related matter, something to do with home, place of living, family, your kids, your spouse, people that you live with. There's something here that Neptune is trying to help you dissolve and end, so you can take on something new, so you can create. They're showing me like new space in the home or somewhere in your life, creating space for that new energy to come in. That's what this full moon is about. And it is in your 6th house. So this could be a really busy, you know, middle of the month could be really busy for you. Also, if you are looking to hire people to do stuff around your home, for example, or business or something like that, they're showing me there could be changes with that as well. Maybe changes in the contracts, agreements, negotiations. Yeah, people, they're just showing me people coming, people going. So whether you work for somebody, like I said, or own a business, run a business, there might be some changes in the work environment. New faces, they're kind of showing me, like new people, new faces. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we talked about Mercury in your sign. Mars in Leo. This is nice for you if you have anything around 0 to 10 degrees of Sag, if you know your chart. If you don't worry about it. Mars is infusing your sign with energy over the next 2 months, which is really nice. You'll like this. You will like this. Plus, on top of it, the sun's moving in there, Mercury's moving in there. Like, you're going to be the Energizer bunny. It's like you're waking up. You know, you're like almost like waking up from a sleep. So, Mars is only getting, this is part of a 6-month stay, though. Mars is going to be in here 2 months. This is your 9th house of learning, teaching, coaching, mentoring, reaching a wider audience. This is pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. So Mars is going to help you with that. Yeah, Mars, I feel like for some of you, Mars is really going to challenge you to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And this is going to be a 6-month story that starts this month in November and will culminate like May or June, because that's when Mars is going to be coming back to this area of life for you, Sag. So that might be a bit too specific for some people out there. But anyway, Mars is also challenging you because this is the house of the gods. So Mars is going to be activating this, activating again a travel axis for you. Learning something new, taking on a teaching or a mentoring role. This is like you becoming the elder, you passing down knowledge, possibly, or you severing that. Mars also severs and ends wherever he goes. So maybe you're like, you know what? No, time for a career change. I've been there, done that. I'm going to move on to something else. So that could be a possibility as well. Whatever this is, Mars is activating this 9th house for you. This is also about publishing. I mentioned this, yeah, reaching a wider audience, putting yourself out there, learning something new, religion, philosophy, spiritual beliefs, things like that as well. Could be coming to the forefront in some way, shape, or form. And again, Mars is pouring in energy into your sign too. Venus in Capricorn, I love this. This is about money. Wherever Venus goes, she attracts in love and money into our lives. So you could find love at work if you are single and looking for that partnership. You might. I'm not saying for all of you. I mean, Jupiter in your 7th house, you're definitely attracting in new partnerships, business, work, love, career, friendships. Yeah, Jupiter is helping you attract as well. Venus here, yes, you should get a boost in your income stream, maybe attract more clients your way. Again, upgrading. If you're interested in upgrading your skill set, Venus here is going to help sweeten the pot here. This is also about your material possessions. You might want to spend a little bit more money with Venus in your 2nd house. But yeah, this is really good for work as well, like smoothing things over in the work area of your life as well. All right, Sag, I wish you a wonderful November, and we'll see you back here next month. Bye for now. Hey, Capricorn, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to continue to be this month. 11th house matters for you, Cappies. So friendship circles, people that you hang out with, people that you surround yourself with, community, what you consider community, possibly memberships, your role within these friendships, groups, circles, people that you hang out with. This is also the house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, anything long term. This is like the house of the future. And I know Capricorns love that. This is also the house of social media. So, I mean, if you are on YouTube land, or if you're Instagram, whatever, Facebook, what is it now? X, Twitter, whatever. Anyway, social media, you get my drift, Capricorn. So this could be about that as well. Keep in mind what I'm nattering off here, because you have a new beginning in this area of life too. So this house, this area of life is all about what supports you, what lifts you up, what lights you up. And again, this is a lucky house too. Your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. Sorry, my nose is just super itchy. It's been driving me nuts. I don't know why. So that's where some of the focus is going to be. Now, once the sun moves into Sagittarius on the 21st, give or take a day or two, depending on where you're on the planet, things are going to slow down, Capricorn. You're going to want to have that extra rest, the solitude. You might naturally just slow down. And I know some of you don't want to hear that. If you want to keep burning the candle at both ends, Capricorn, be my guest. Be my guest. The reason why I'm laughing is because you have a very long stay with Mercury here. And I'm laughing because I'm a Capricorn too, by the way. So I'm not laughing at you. I'm kind of laughing at myself. I'm a Cap rising. So, and a Cap moon. So with the sun here, it might, like what I'm picking up is it might force you to slow down. That's why I'm laughing. So please don't take that negatively. But this is the house of solitude, awakening, spirituality, going within. Because you're basically preparing for a brand new cycle, Capricorn, right? Whenever anything starts transiting the 12th house, it's more of an emphasis on endings. New beginnings are around the corner, but it's more so about endings. What can I clear out? What can I get rid of? in order to make space for something new once the sun pops into Capricorn. So that's what you're getting ready for, slowly but surely. We have a little ways to go yet, but that's going to start happening this month. This is also about illuminating your hidden gifts, talents, and abilities. Keep in mind what I'm nattering off here, because Mercury retrograde in this area of life for you over the next 2 months is going to emphasize all of this, what I'm talking about, tenfold. Any sort of hidden gifts or business ideas, anything like that could come to the surface, could be up for some reassessment at this time. Also, where's your energy going, Capricorn? Your energy, your love, your money, your finances, your resources, where is that going to? That is also going to be up for some focus in November and in December, and even into January, thanks to that Mercury retrograde. So get the rest you need, Capricorn. If you feel like you need extra rest, if you feel like you need to call in sick a day, take it. Like, I would say take it. If you need to sleep in, sleep in. Like, take that time out, because I feel like you're going to need to they're showing me like recharging your batteries, so to speak, Capricorn. Okay, let's talk about the new moon, full moons this month. They are hitting you very nicely. They're making really nice aspects to you. You got the full moon making a trine to you. You got the new moon bringing in opportunities, new beginnings. So as I mentioned, new beginnings in that 11th house, making a trine down to your 3rd house to Saturn. Whatever new beginning starts on or around the 1st of November is going to stand the test of time, or should. Okay, or should. I don't have your chart in front of me, but it should stand the test of time, just looking at the new moon in Saturn. Saturn is your ruler. So this could be any or all walks of life. This could be career. This could be about you. This could be about your relationships. This could be about home. 3rd house, this could be about transportation, new vehicles, buying, selling, marketing, social media, the internet, publishing, writing, reading, training, upgrading. I could go on and on here. But this is you. This is your ruler. Capricorn is Saturn is your ruler, Capricorn. So take advantage of this new moon. Plant those seeds of intention on or around the 1st. And the veil is very thin. I love this new moon in Scorpio, and it's in Scorpio yet. It's hand in hand with Halloween. This is the only time of the year where the veil between the worlds is like super, super, super thin. And our psychic energy is intensified anyway at new moons, but times that by, I don't know, 10, 100 at this time of year. So I love this new moon. They're showing me, I'm saying this for every sign, because they were showing me this before I even started making these videos. We can manifest a lot around end of October, beginning of November. Notice what you're noticing. Try to keep the vibration high, because they're showing me we can also manifest the not so good. So we're going to manifest anything we put our minds to. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. So let's keep it high, Capricorn, or do your best to keep it high. I don't expect you to be a saint or a shaman or anything like that. Like, let's be real here. But do your best to consciously notice what you're noticing. If any Debbie Downer thoughts come in, nip them in the bud, get rid of them. Get them out of your head. Pluck them, like boop, throw them. Like, get rid of them, because we want to create on the highest level, right? Okay. So new beginnings in your 11th house, endings or culmination point in your 5th house. And this is trining you, Capricorn. So if you have anything around 24 degrees of Capricorn, doesn't have to be exact, but very close to 24 degrees, this is going to impact you, I would say, in a good way. But I mean, we all know endings sometimes aren't, you know, how do I say it? Uncomfortable or challenging. But anyway, this is an ending in your 5th house, or this could be an ending and a new beginning in your child's life. If you do have children, this could be about romance. This could be about dating. This could be about bringing the spark back in your current relationships. You do have Venus in your sign, by the way. Uranus hand in hand with this full moon. I don't know, expect the unexpected. That's what I've been telling people. Uranus is not a benefic, it's not a malefic. It's not a good planet, it's not a bad planet. It's just a planet. He does rule your second house, so this could be about money. I'm not going to say you're going to win the lottery, Capricorn. I know everybody wants to hear that, but I mean, if you do, great. It is in your 5th house of luck. So possibly, but again, don't like bet the farm. Like if you've been watching me for a while, I'm a realist. You know, I don't want to tell everybody fluffy bunny stuff. It's just not practical. But this could be also good news coming in with regards to a side hustle, a hobby, creative projects, creative endeavors. You could actually get some cool downloads around this time. You might feel a little jittery, especially if your ascendant is around 24 degrees of Cap, because again, Uranus is here, right? So Uranus is pouring in this electrifying, awakening, rebellious energy into your ascendant, which is going to pour into all areas of life, Capricorn. Like there's some area of life where you want to break free. For you, I feel like it's work, change of work or something along those lines, or change of income or your skill set, or how you earn a living. I feel like some of you want change in that area of life, and you could quite get it. Pluto in your 2nd house. Yeah, definitely going to be transforming our income structures, how we earn a living. But this is like a 19-year transit. So, I mean, buckle up and just, we're in it for the long haul, Capricorn. But I mean, that's the other good news. I think I talked about it last month. Some of you, I feel like, are sick of hearing this, but yeah, Pluto's finally moving on. Hallelujah. I know I will be celebrating on the 19th when Pluto moves into Aquarius. But again, this is not an easy transit with Pluto in the 2nd house. Talk to any Sagittarian that just went through this, right? This is the rags to riches transit, but this can also be the other way around, right? So it's how you utilize this energy, Capricorn. But I'm not saying we've had it easy. I could go on and on about this, but anyway, regardless, the full moon, the new moon, really making super nice aspects to your planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for right now in Capricorn. Let's see here. Also, if you're retired, Capricorn, my goodness, yeah, dive into new hobbies, new projects. If you're single, put yourself out there. You could meet somebody new. You could be in the right place, the right time. You could meet new people diving into new projects or hobbies. So I just want to throw that out there too. Let's see here. Mercury and Sag. So yes, we kind of talked about this, but again, Mercury retrograde rules still apply. Traveling, I talked about it at the beginning of the video. Make sure your vehicle's in tip-top shape. Don't ignore that check engine light. Get anything fixed on your vehicle, especially if you're hitting the road long distance or out of town. Double, triple check your flights, whether you're traveling by air, rail, sea, bus, whatever the case may be. Double, triple check everything and expect delays. Just expect delays, Capricorn, and then if there's no delays, that's an extra bonus for you. Regardless, Mercury retrograde, also technology gets funky. There could be some hiccups with technology. Anything you buy around the holiday season, we could all find some really good deals, but keep those receipts, especially if you're buying technology stuff like microphones or cameras or cell phones or laptops or computer equipment or vehicles or things like that. Make sure you keep your receipts, get extra warranty, whatever you're called to do, Capricorn, because you might need to utilize it January, February, let's say. Mars is popping into Leo. He's still in shadow, believe it or not. He's still moving forward, but he's in shadow. He'll be coming all the way back to 17 degrees of Cancer. I made a separate video about this. I haven't posted it yet. I will be posting it in the next couple weeks. Mars dipping into your 8th house. This is about taxes, debts, loans, shared resources, shared assets, shared property, anything you share with another person. Or If you're saying, I don't share anything with anybody, Stacey, well, this is your relationship to your banks, reassessing debts, loans, you know, they're showing me kind of like a laser focused or putting a sharper eye to your finances. Where are your finances going? It's like coming and going, coming and going. With Pluto in the second house, that's also going to amp up that financial angle that you're going to start looking at. Obviously, this is a bigger story in the second house, but with Mars dipping in here, opposing Pluto, it's just going to amp up that energy in your financial axes. Where's your money going? Be mindful of your spending habits, things like that. Reassessing debts, loans, reconsolidating. This could also be a severing and ending of your partner's income or changes in your partner's income or how you collect money from other sources, whether this is government, alimony, spousal support, RSPs, 401ks, I don't know, however you line your pockets, Capricorn, something could be up for some change or introspection over the next, not only 2 months, but something is going to come back around in the new year, which obviously I'll be here to talk about it once the time comes. I'll remind you, Capricorn, Venus in your sign. This is incredible for attracting in new love. For those of you that are looking to attract a partner into your life, this is really nice energy. Plus, again, you have a full moon in your 5th house of dating and romance. I think I talked about that. And again, that you could be in the right place, the right time. This person could come in super fast with Uranus there. They might be in your local community, local environment, somebody that you already know could be a possibility. But Venus in the 1st house makes us naturally look good, believe it or not. Like, yeah, some of you could change up your hairstyle, do this, do that, whatever. Some of you, I feel like you're getting tattoos. Yeah, I can feel that on my arm. Might not be on your arm, but I just felt it. This is about beautifying yourself, pampering yourself. And naturally, you'll look more attractive. Whether you do anything about your appearance or not, you're going to look attractive. If you're looking for a new job, looking for new career opportunities, put yourself out there. Venus in the 1st house makes you look very attractive from that standpoint. Also, again, around that new moon, plant those seeds of intention. If you're looking to get a new job too, they're showing me something to do with that new moon, new beginnings. Yeah, could be coming in with career as well. But anyway, wherever Venus goes, she makes us look good. She attracts in money. And because this is a 1st house, it could be from really any type of source. It could be with a partner, business, love, friendship, receiving gifts, getting gifts. Venus also rules your 10th house as well. So again, put yourself out there from a career standpoint, changes of status, you as a parent as well. This will benefit you as a parent or your parents in general as well. Sorry, your relationships with your parents in general, if they are still with us. So anyway, Capricorn, enjoy the month of November, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey, Aquarius, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to be for the month of November. So the sun is continuing its trek through your 10th house and will eventually move into your 11th house. So that's where your focus is going to be. Career. I also just heard education upgrading, something to do with your skill set and training. So I'll throw that out there as well. This is also about you as a parent, if you are a parent. Or the focus could be on your parents if they are still with us. Could also be something to do with grandparents as well. Again, if they are still with us. Okay, I could go down the rabbit hole with this one, but I'm just going to throw it out there. For those of you with grandparents in the spiritual world, yeah, they are very close to you because they just came in very quick for me. Again, I could go down that rabbit hole, but I'm not going to. So yes, thank you for showing up. But yes, your grandparents are around you at this time. If they have crossed over, there's definitely people, you definitely have a spiritual team behind you, Aquarius, like supporting you, helping you. Let's see here. What else? Career, work, status, retirement, thoughts of retirement, that could be on the table this month. The luminaries are highlighting this axis for you as well. Now, once the sun moves into your 11th house, this is going to re-energize you, Aquarius, because it's making opportunity aspects to your sign. So you'll feel reinvigorated. Focus is going to be put on your friends, your friendship circles, people that lift you up, lights you up, long-term goals and commitments. This is also the house of, again, for you, I just keep hearing education, education, education. Okay, we get it. We get it. That might have something to do with Mercury going back and forth in Sag too. But this is the house of making your dreams come true, Aquarius, in that 11th house. And again, I will hop to Mercury then. Mercury is going to be here in 2 months, a 2-month stay, very long stay, back and forth with the retrograde. So extra energy and emphasis is going to be put on those friendship circles, your roles in these friendship circles or groups or memberships that you belong to. Pay attention to what happens over the next couple months. I feel like this could be a reassessment of your friendship groups and circles as well. This is also the house of social media. Back up your stuff, Aquarius. If you do have a YouTube channel or any technology stuff, they're showing me back it up, back it up, back it up, because with Mercury retrograde, you just never know, right? The regular Mercury retrograde rules apply. Transportation, do not ignore that check engine light. I've been guilty of that. Yep, my vehicle has broken down, usually during Mercury retrograde because I'm ignoring something. Really good time to fix anything that's broken, whether it's your vehicle, whatever the case may be. If you're traveling over the holiday season, yes, this could cause delays, frustration. Just be prepared for it, Aquarius. I'm saying this for every single sign. It's not just you. Just those regular rules apply. Any technology you buy for yourself or other people, hang on to those receipts. Because again, Mercury retrograde could throw a funk into these technology type of things. Also, maybe take out additional warranty if you feel called to do so as well. So extra emphasis on that 11th house, Aquarius, reassessments. You know, do these friendship circles lift you up or do they bring you down? Maybe it's time to relook at that. Relook at who you surround yourself with. Let's see. Let's talk about, the new and full moon. So you got a new moon, new beginning in your career sector, Aquarius. And again, for those of you that aren't working, then apply this to your life. A new beginning in your status, your reputation, what you're known for. So maybe in the past you were a lawyer or something along those lines. Or you were, I don't know, a scientist or something like that along those lines, or in technology. And maybe you're going to shift gears and maybe now you're going to be a banker or a baker or a mechanic or something along those lines, like something totally different could be coming down the pipe for you. So really good time to plant those seeds of intention on or around the 1st of November. The veil between the worlds are really thin right now. Well, as I'm recording this, the first week of last week of October, there we go, first week of November, Halloween. Veil is very thin between the two worlds. Plus on top of it, we have a new moon, which I love. So manifestation is really high. Try to keep those thoughts positive and on a high vibration, Aquarius, because that's what you want to call in. They're showing me we can call in anything we want and will manifest rather quickly around this new moon, depending on the area of life, of course. So keep those thoughts high because they're showing me we can manifest the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. So of course we want to call in the good, but hey, you do you, Aquarius. I'm not going to preach. But manifestation is very high. So plant those seeds of intention. What do you want to change in your career sector over the next 6 months? Or you as a parent? Or this could be a new beginning with your parents, by the way. Something to do with your parents or bosses or authority figures. Again, or retirement for some of you. This could be like, you know what, I'm going to retire in 6 months or within the 6 months. Again, I'm going to shift my career, whatever the case may be. Pluto in your sign for the next 19 years. I mean, this is, I said this to you before, over and over again. And I know you're sick of hearing it, but I mean, you're going to go through a metamorphosis. You're going to transform over and over and over and over and over again. I don't care if you're watching for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars. It doesn't matter. You are going to change inside and out. Your external circumstances are going to change inside and out. This is definitely going to impact your career, your home life, your relationships. Everything is going to change between now and, like, I don't know, 2044 or something like that. Pluto's in here a long time. So going back to these luminaries, you got a full moon at the bottom of your sky that's happening around the 15th of this month, hand in hand with Uranus in your home sector, home, family, foundation, people that you live with, your extended family members. This could be about healing. This could be about you as a parent or your parents in general, if they are still with us, or this could be about, again, changes with your career, whatever that means for you, because it is shining a spotlight upstairs to your 10th house as well. So there's changes here. There's a culmination point here. There's an ending here in one or more areas of your life, because it is impacting the big angles of your chart. First house, 7th house, 4th house, 10th house. Big, big, big changes whenever stuff like this happens in one or more areas of those lives in our charts. It just ripples out. It impacts us a lot more. Extra emphasis on the change. Uranus, your modern ruler, is conjunct this full moon. So again, expect the unexpected. You know, people ask me all the time when I work with clients one-on-one, well, what is Uranus? Is Uranus bad or good? And I say, I don't know. Depends. Depends on the aspect, depends on the conjunction, depends on how it's talking to the rest of your chart. Uranus is not a bad planet. Uranus is not a good planet. Uranus is neutral. Uranus, the way I say it is, how can you predict a lightning strike? How can you predict when you hear the thunder after a lightning strike? You can't, right? You can't. I'm sure somebody will challenge me on that and say, yeah, you can, Stacey, and here's how you do it. Perfect. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear that. But my point is, something could be coming in rather quick, an ending, a culmination point around the 15th of the month, give or take a day or two. I also forgot to mention, sorry, going back to that new moon at the beginning of the month, it's making a nice aspect to Saturn in your 2nd house of work, of income, of money, of resources, property, assets. So whatever you do around this new moon should stand the test of time. Again, I don't have your chart in front of me, but a trine from Saturn, support from Saturn, usually means it's going to stand the test of time. So this could have, again, I think Aquarius, new work opportunities. To me, that's pretty obvious. Or again, you considering retirement, or maybe going down to part-time and picking up something else part-time to satisfy that income stream that you want. And again, whatever this is, it looks good. It looks very, very, very good. Okay, we talked about Mercury and Sagittarius. So yes, be prepared for that long stay. Also reassessment of your goals, your long-term goals and commitments. That might change as well with Mercury going back and forth in this area of life. Again, it's making opportunities to you, Aquarius, which is really nice. This is opportunities coming back from the past. This is people, friends, old friends coming back from the past, offers coming back from the past. I heard love. I don't see that, but again, I heard it, so I'm going to throw it out there too. This could be old loves coming back from the past as well. Like whenever Mercury goes retrograde, it's regardless, people from the past come back into our lives. And for you, Aquarius, I'm hearing that loud and clear, extra emphasis. And again, because this is making a nice aspect to you, this is beneficial energy coming into your sign, benefits, opportunities coming back around from the past, which is really nice. Mars in Leo, a really quick, well, I shouldn't say quick. He's going to be here 2 months. And believe it or not, he's slowing down. He's in shadow because he's going to be going backwards all the way to 17 degrees of Cancer, but that retrograde doesn't start till next month. I'm going to make a separate video about this. I just haven't posted it yet. But Mars in your opposite sign is going to put extra emphasis on your relationships, Aquarius. How you relate one-on-one to people. Work, business, clients, love, friendships, family, whatever. Seventh house is all walks of life regarding relationships. This could also be about contracts, agreements, negotiations, marriage. I'm going to put it out there for those of you looking to end a contract, end an agreement, end a marriage or relationship. That's possible with Mars in this area of life. It may or may not happen this month or next month, but it'll be coming into your mind's eye, so to speak, because Mars will come back around to this area of life in about 4 months' time. I'm not saying all of you are going to break up. That's not possible. I'm only saying this if this resonates. Like if this resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, leave it. That's not your message. But I can't ignore Mars moving into the 7th house. Wherever Mars goes, he severs, like a sword, severs, cuts, releases us from something or someone, whether it's a job, a partner, a client, whatever the case may be, for our highest good. Okay, so this isn't negative. If you're sitting there saying, Stacey, I'm in the perfect relationship, I love my partner, great, then that doesn't apply to you. It just means that it'll amp up your sex life, for example, you know, wherever Mars goes. You know, it'll amp up, it'll spice up your relationship, like bringing back that energy, that passion into your relationship. So think of it that way. But it, you know, Mars again is still opposing, right? So I mean, let's just say there could be some great makeup sex over the next couple months for you, Aquarius, I guess. Is a possibility, I should say. And again, if you're single, put yourself out there. Mars in the 7th house, Venus in your hidden 12th house. Absolutely. You could definitely be attracting in partnership at this time. 100%. Absolutely. Jupiter in your 5th house, you're probably already dating someone, Aquarius. You know, Jupiter in the 5th house usually starts some sort of romance, right? And then Mars will eventually, it's not going to happen this month or next month, but Mars will eventually make a sextile to that Jupiter in your 5th house. So again, that will ignite a spark in your current relationship, or again, bring in somebody new, attract in a new partner into your life. Lastly, Venus in Capricorn in your hidden 12th house. Again, for those of you looking to meet someone, you could start dating someone in secret. You might actually find a partner or an attraction to somebody at work or your workplace or your place of work, whatever the case may be. Venus through the 12th house is really nice also for pampering yourself, taking care of yourself. Get that extra rest, get that extra sleep. Once Venus pops into your sign, and forgive me, I do not have that date in front of me. Anyway, Venus will eventually pop into your sign, Aquarius, and that's when it's full on when it comes to relationships. Plus, she'll be conjuncting Pluto. So you will likely attract powerful people into your life, including job offers, job opportunities, again, retirement, side hustles, money coming your way, benefits coming in from other people, other sources, you creating something to do with a resourceful income, they're saying. But regardless, Venus moving through the 12th house is a quieter transit. Sometimes you don't really notice it, but it's really good for healing, really good for physical healing, psychological, mental, emotional, you name it. Really good time to work with a therapist or counselor. A really good time to talk to somebody. Females might play a bigger role in your life, whatever that means to you, or people that exhibit more feminine qualities or yin qualities, because you are a yang sign there, Aquarius. So you're more about putting yourself out there, talking things through, just expressing yourself. So it could be about also connecting with people or females that can help lift you up, basically, or some powerful females could be coming into your life as well. All right, Aquarius, enjoy the month of November, and we'll see you back here in December. Bye for now. Hey, Pisces, let's talk about where I think your focus is going to be for the month of November, or some of your focus anyway. So it's going to continue to be in your 9th house of religion, legal matters, higher education, teaching, traveling, usually long distance, but we'll throw in short distance as well. Ethics, belief systems, meeting people from different cultural backgrounds or meeting people from all over the globe. This is also the house of pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. Keep all of that in mind, because I'm going to come back to this, because you have a new moon in that area of life. So you have a new beginning starting in this area of life as well. Now, once the sun pops into Sagittarius, this is your 10th house of career, of status, of reputation, of your next steps, of your journey. This could also be about retirement too as well. You know, Mercury is going to be in here a long time, Pisces. So definitely reassessments with regards to your career, but also I'm thinking for some of you, this could be retirement or retiring from your current job and maybe taking on a new career, maybe less stressful, or just a change in your career in some way, shape, or form. So that's going to be some of your focus this month, Pisces. And I'm just looking at the sun, for example. Now, talking about the luminaries this month, you've got a new moon, full moon, and this is highlighting your education axes. This is highlighting new beginnings and endings when it comes to travel, transportation, how you get around, education, teaching, again, long distance travel, tripping around, short distance travel as well, siblings, cousins, neighbors, relatives, what you call community as well. So that new moon in Scorpio on the 1st of November, give or take a day or two. This new moon is super powerful and potent, Pisces. You'll like this. You will love this new moon, especially if you have anything around 9 degrees of Pisces. This is going to add in an additional layer of new beginning. So for example, if it's your sun, this could be a new beginning with your father, relationship to your father or male figures in your life, or quite simply a new beginning with your career. Maybe you'll find a career that you'll be traveling more, or there's going to be more teaching or mentoring or coaching, or you becoming the elder in some way, shape, or form where you're passing down knowledge. As an example, you guys, I'm just using that as an example. That's not for everyone. But whatever you have 9 degrees of Pisces, it's going to add another layer to this new beginning in your 9th house. The veil is very thin around Halloween. That's what I love about this new moon. It's back to back with Halloween. So veil between the worlds is very thin. I feel like a lot of you probably already know this. So set those intentions around this new moon. Do a ritual, however you want to treat this. Have a bath, meditate, whatever the case may be. This is also your house of the gods, so you could get some really amazing downloads. Also, it's making a trine to Saturn in your sign, Pisces. So whatever this new beginning is that's happening in your 9th house that could bleed out to other areas of life that we talked about, this should stand the test of time. I don't have your chart in front of me, but with Saturn, that's like crystallizing something. That's signing on the dotted line. That's something big. That's something incredible. It's something that, again, you're moving into new territory. It might be uncomfortable. Who cares? Move with it, Pisces. Like, lean into it. Lean into this new beginning and change, because I feel like this is going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Yeah, I just heard take that leap of faith for you. Now, you have a full moon at the bottom of your sky. Again, highlighting this educational access, travel, community, your local environment, siblings, cousins, neighbors, publishing, writing, reading, anything to do with educational pursuits. Also transportation as well. So this full moon is hand in hand with Uranus. I'm kind of laughing because, again, expect the unexpected. Uranus, you just never know what you're going to get. You know, people ask me, is it good? Is it bad? Well, I don't know. Uranus is not a benefic and it's not a malefic. So Uranus is not a good planet, but Uranus is not a bad planet. He's neutral. So surrounding this full moon, again, it could be a very spiritual, for those of you in this spirituality realms, or artistic realms, or music. They're showing me like music, art, creativity, like poetry, writing. Like you could get some really amazing downloads at this full moon. But at the end of the day, this is an ending. This is a culmination point in at least something to do, again, with this 3rd house, 9th house that we already talked about. Uranus, it just could come in rather quickly, unexpectedly. Neptune in your 1st house, which is your modern ruler, is helping you dissolve something in this area of life that's no longer working for you. So Neptune, they're showing me, is helping you dissolve something for your highest good. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It is an opportunity though. So again, it depends on your personal birth chart, but Neptune is making a nice aspect to this full moon. It's making an opportunity. So again, an opportunity to let something go so you can welcome in something new with regards to your 9th house, 3rd house matters. Okay, Mercury in Sag, I touched on this a little bit. So Mercury going back and forth, 2 months at the top of your sky. Mercury will be challenging you to relook at work, career, status, reputation, you as a parent, if you're a parent, or your relationship with your parents. This could also be changes in your parents' lives or changes in authority figures' lives, male, female, also bosses as well. So changes at the top of the food chain if you work for an employer. For those of you that are entrepreneurs, again, changes to your clientele, reaching a wider audience, putting yourself out there. Spread. They're showing me like cast a bigger net, Pisces. I feel like you okay, I don't want to piss people off by saying this, but I feel like you got to go big. Some of you are playing too small. They're showing me that. Like there's some of you that are going too small. You need to cast a big wide net. That's all they're saying. That's what they're showing me. Or that could come up for reassessment at this time. Again, this is highlighting retirement for those of you that are maybe looking to let go of a career, but it doesn't mean your life is over. It means that you're going to move into something new, maybe something working out of the home, coaching, mentoring, doing things out of your home, making money out of your home. That could be a possibility as well. But regardless, Mercury is helping you, Pisces, helping you reassess something. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom or dad or parent, it doesn't matter. This is reassessments with, you know, your parenting style, or maybe you want to start creating a side hustle or something along those lines. Pouring your energy and your heart into raising your children. That could be up for some change or introspection at this time as well. And again, changes in your parents' life too could be up for some review as well. Or again, you'll be supporting them through these changes as well. Typical Mercury retrograde rules apply. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you know, double, triple check your vehicle, make sure everything is operating. Don't ignore that check engine light. If you're hitting the road, traveling, Pisces, long or short distance, it doesn't matter. Make sure your vehicle is in good shape. Make sure all the fluids are there, topped up, tires are inflated properly, you got enough gas, you got some snacks. You just might run into some delays on the road. If you're traveling by air, plane, train, by sea, it doesn't matter. Just double, triple check everything. Prepare for delays, because there could be. There definitely could be. Mercury retrograde, something always goes haywire with technology, emails, communications, messages, and again, transportation as well. Good time to fix things too. You know, anything to do with your vehicle, technology, whatever. Good time to correct things and fix things. If you're buying anything this holiday season, just make sure you hang on to those receipts, treat them like gold. You may need them. Also, if you're buying any technology, laptops, microphones, phones, speakers, television, whatever, technology or vehicles, just double, triple check everything, know what you're buying, especially high ticket items, and maybe get that extra warranty, Pisces. But I'll just throw that out there. You don't have to. It's just a cautionary note. Okay, Mars is quickly I shouldn't say quickly. Mars is doing a 2-month stint in your 6th house of work, of day-to-day duty, responsibility, of your pets, of your health as well. Mars is going to be in here for approximately 2 months. Believe it or not, he is slowing down, yet he's still moving forward. He's going to backtrack back into Cancer, January, I believe. But this is about reassessments. Again, work, retirement, your health, dietary restrictions, cutting out stuff in your diet that's not working for you, health, exercise, your pets. If you have any medical tests or testing or your pets, pay attention to your health, okay? And your pet's health. Like, pay extra attention to that as well, because there could be something coming back around. Mars is going to come back to this point. I don't have it at the tip of my tongue here, but I mean within the next 4 months or so, Mars is going to be back in this area of your life. So there's reassessments in this 6th house of Leo. So pay attention to what happens. If you have to do any testing, you might have to retest maybe in May, June of next year. And this is for you or a pet. I'm not trying to doom and gloom it, by the way. It's no difference than any planet going retrograde in the 6th house of health. There could just be a misunderstanding with the numbers, something that gets pumped out, like blood work, I'm thinking, for example. And same with the pet, right? You might need to reassess that later on down the road. But the nice thing is with Mars here, he cuts and severs. So again, if you want to get rid of a job, if you want to change careers, if you own a business, run a business, you could terminate people, let go of people that are not working for you, that are not meshing well with your business, Pisces. Really good time to take advantage of this energy too. It's just going to put additional focus. Wherever Mars goes, he activates that house in a very sometimes dramatic way, because he's a spicy planet, right? He irritates, he inflames wherever he goes. So not a bad thing. It's just putting, again, extra emphasis on this 6th house for you. And Venus and Capricorn, if you are single, Pisces, you could find love in extended friendship circles, or your friend might hook you up with somebody, or ask. If you're looking for love, ask your friendship circles, hey, do you know anybody? Hook me up, or let's go on a blind date, or whatever the case may be. So definitely Venus moving through the 11th house is really good for making those connections. This could be really nice connections with friendship circles too, meeting new people, meeting new friends. Venus in the 11th house is also pretty lucky. Wherever she goes, she brings in love and abundance, finances and resources towards us. And this is a luck house for you, Pisces. This is also about your long-term hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your commitments. This is also the house of older siblings, benefits coming in from friends, friendship groups, memberships, associations that you belong to, benefits coming to you from them. Also benefits coming from older siblings. If you do have older siblings, this is benefits coming in from them as well, while Venus transits your 11th house. But all in all, Pisces, again, the luminaries are hitting you very nicely this month. So I love that. Same with Venus. Venus is making opportunity aspects to your Piscean placement. So again, opportunities coming in, financial benefits coming in through friendships or friendship circles, or again, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. Yes, and again, be mindful of that Mercury retrograde, which we already talked about. So enjoy the month of November, Pisces, and we'll see you back here next month. Bye for now.